Um, um, oh. Mm, mm, good. Mm, 2.33 Oh, hey, Moose. I'm sorry. What's up, man? Let's see here. Can you talk? Can you voice, I should say? Man, I don't know. I had one mouse and keyboard that worked perfect for like 10 fucking years. And and then it went out. And I bought two keyboards now and mouses because they're wireless. And my damn mouse don't seem to want to work right.
Slide out of
Good to see you, brother. Can talk to if you know these ladies. Yeah, right on, dude. I was, um, just before I came up here, let's just say I was catching up on the gossip, and I'll just leave it at that. I don't know. I said I'll leave it at that, so I'll leave it at that. I was gonna say something else, and I wasn't gonna direct it anyway. It was just a personal opinion and how I think. You know, we all supposedly have one ID, I one thought process. You know that we all want to, as Talcott would say, make the better world, and the only way we could do that is to work together. I believe. All right, now what happened to my tubes? Okay. No, I wasn't being afraid. I think, um, sometimes we have to let our point of view be known, but then there's a time when you're just beating a dead horse in the head, if you know what I mean. Isn't that the same?
I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
My brain is kind of foggy this morning. That was cool, man. When I saw your video, your first video with your glasses on, and I told her, I says, I'm gonna give Moose some shit. I says, I'm gonna tell him, I swore I said Moose was on live, but I went and checked it out, and all I saw was John Carlo. And you were all like, yeah, Harlow's here, what do you need, more or less? No, I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings in any way. Dude, I think you're a beautiful soul, and you've said it before, you know, you're a people pleaser, and I'm a people pleaser, but I personally have learned that I lived my whole life for others, basically. And I felt, you know, if I could make somebody else happy, it was going to make me happy. But in the long run, I figured out I have to be happy before I can even attempt to make somebody else happy, if that makes sense. Yeah, you have, dude. You have, at least you're trying, you know, and that's a lot more than some people can say is you're trying to communicate and make us one, you know, and I think that's where it at. That's where it's at. You know, I understand trying to wake somebody up, but I honestly believe you can't wake everybody up with just pure, we'll just call it anger, but it doesn't have to be anger, but you know what I'm trying to say. I only caught, I'm still on 3.0, so I'm a couple behind. I heard something about what you just related to, but I don't know what happened, how it happened, who said it, who it was about, and I'll just leave it at that. If you would like to communicate on what, when, where, why, how, that's your choice. I'm not gonna lean you towards one way or another. I try to be a pretty fucking fair person, 'cause I know life can be fucking unfair real quick. They redacted? Who redacted? YouTube or the people that you were relating with? I don't know why, but this mic seems to, when I come in, it seems not to pick up very good, and I'm not sure why. On the StreamYard thing, the mic level's up all the way. Am I reverbing or anything? I took off the mic cancellation thing. Thingy to bobber doohickey, whatchamacallit, how's that? No, this is cool, dude. I I I enjoyed speaking with you, in text or whatever. I feel honored being with you. I think you have a beautiful heart and soul. A lot of background noise. That's cool. Oh, that's funny. It is a fan. Actually, it's probably my heater. I'm one. So that wow. So is my voice like really loud, or is my background taking over my voice? Because I noticed that like with the CB, if you turn up the mic all the way, you pick up more background than you do what's close. It's weird. I would kind of like to see, okay, like, let's say I'm usually on here really early in the mornings. Uh, One, because I get up early. Two, I know there's other people that get up early. And what I'd kind of like to see is, now don't take this the wrong way, but say like if I'm on during the morning and, you're up and about but can't really do something, if we could all kind of include each other in our broadcasts and create that community, and then when I get off, you get on or whatever, and then we could direct everybody there. So then that way, my thought is, I mean, you have no problem getting, your panel full or whatever, but my thought is, that way we're building everybody's channel all at the same time, and then also we're getting other people and point of views to, like me, that don't get to see me or know about me or whatever. I mean, most everybody knows about you because, uh, well, we'll just leave it at that. I don't know, do you think that's a good idea, or is that just being, lack of a better word, selfish? um, well, I think a lot of that's the problem again is uh, YouTube and the way they have it engineered, I guess. Because the only way, I don't know, how do you send out like personal notices without making a broadcast? Is there a way to, like notify everybody on your list that, let's say like if you were broadcasting, is there a way I can notify everybody on my list or whatever to say, hey, Moose is here, let's all go over there and plow in, and you see where I'm trying to go? No more 24, huh? That's some funny shit. You say you're a glutton for punishment, just not that much of a glutton, huh? Uh, I guess I just thought of something. like I know you're really busy. Uh, I think what we could do is like, say like, okay, right now, let's say I'm broadcasting, but I gotta, go do some things or whatever, and if I find out that you're not going to be, able to be on, I'll go and I'll start a live stream, and then I won't be there, but I'll put in chat, hey, Moose is live now. Let everybody, go over to Moose's thing, and then, because as far as I know right now, that's the only way we can really get out information easy. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Say like, I'm not going to be here or whatever, and you're going to be in and out or whatever, and I could say, hey, Moose is going, and then you could say I'm going, or Dick's going, or Yurt's going, or whatever. Try to, yeah, I don't know. Am I making sense? Hey, Linda, good to see you. Yeah, now, don't take this the wrong way, Linda, but I'm, I've kind of put a hook in your mouth, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I've loved seeing your growth, and it feels good to know that, you're going to be here with me, or at least my assumption, that you're going to be here, pretty much with me every day, and enjoy our communication and our growing together, and I just think that's awesome. I got to wake up Wolf Girl here pretty quick. She's got to go work today. That's something I'd kind of like to, I guess, talk about. She's known the person that owns the wolf for like 10 or 15 years. And, she, like we've all said, nothing has ever happened when she's been watching those dogs, as far as, chicken getting hurt, a lamb getting hurt, a sheep getting hurt, whatever. Nothing's ever gotten hurt, and I know it's not the right word, but anyway, got hurt on her watch, and, sheep and all that have gotten hurt even on the owner's watch, let alone other people. So to me, that shows that she cares. She's very good at her job. But the owner also knows that he can push her around and twist her and bend her, and it's not right in any way, but he knows this because he knows her. He knows that she's a good person and whatever, and wants to help out. But like, okay, I'll give you a good for instance. She was watching their dogs one day, and he works, Monday through Friday or whatever, and mom was taking care of the kid. She had to go do something. So she asked her if she could watch their baby, which is, I think, 6 or 8 months old now. And she's like, sure. And this baby's one of these babies you have to hold 24/7 because mom has trained him that way. And, her back and everything, holding this 40-pound kid, or however much he weighs, he's pretty big boy. But anyway, does it. Dad gets home, and she's like, hey, I did my normal job, and I watched your child, and I take very good care of your child, and it's hard because, like I said, you have to pack them around wherever you go. And she's like, could I get an extra $10 for this, for like 4 or 5 hours of work? And he told her no, and told her that she was working her way out of a job. You know, she makes like $1 something an hour to begin with. And anyway, so now she sees a thing on Facebook for them asking for somebody to watch their kid when he wasn't willing to pay this $10 for 5 hours to watch their kid, and must be good with dogs. So, you know, naturally we always think the worst. And I told her, if they're planning, my feelings was, if they're going to plan on replacing her after having this long-term relationship and knowing, you know, that her dogs are safe, her kid is safe, yada yada yada, the dogs love her. If they're planning to replace her, I says, you need to just quit that fucking thing and move in with me, and that would save, you know, $100 a month or whatever in gas and this, that, and the other thing. And I don't know. Or like I said, we could just put in our chat, hey, so-and-so's going to be here from 9 to 5 or whatever. I think that's a lot of it too, is I know it's going to be hard also to know where we're going to be at what times and how much time we have and yada yada yada, but I think we could all work it out. Yeah, she's hurt really wrong. Now you're gonna make me cry, you asshole, Moose. That reminds me, I need to take a vitamin. See, this is what vitamins really, I get frustrated, I guess, kind of easy. But just by taking a vitamin, that helps my frustration levels, I guess. I don't know. I'm fucking rambling about a bunch of nothing. Well, I think the old saying goes, Moose, real recognizes real. And the same goes for you, Linda. I've seen it. I have seen you blossom into this beautiful flower, and it's just, I think it's so amazing. And here's another person I believe that's gonna, now this is my assumption, but Mary, I believe that you're gonna be one of our regulars. I'm not gonna say my, because I think that's egotistical. But I think you are also a very beautiful, very wise, very loving, caring person. I know, I don't know, I get in these weird moods where I babble, I don't make much sense. You know, all of our minds get cluttered and we second guess, and this is where I think it's cool though, is where we can ask people for help and get their opinions and thought and then weigh them for ourselves and think, you know, which one would work for that situation. I'm gonna go take my vitamin. No. Oh, and I gotta wake Lady Wolf up too, so I'll be a couple minutes. Here he comes to save the day. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wait. I know I'm being silly. What, you silly cat? What do you want? What? Can you talk for the people? Can you say hello? It's weird. The only way she usually talks is out when she's on the cat run. And every time I take my phone up there to record it, of course she stops. Say hello. Tell the people hello. Say hello. 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 She's kind of saying it now. Can you hear her? Hello. Oh wait, I'll turn that fan off. Where are you going? There we go. Come on. Mischief. Come talk to the people. Come on. Come here. Say hello. Say hello. Hello. She's kind of doing it a little bit, but not really. There's times I swear she sounds, the words are just, there's no, we believe it's, we can hear like hello and many other things is pretty cool. You did hear it? You heard her say hello? Hello. Hello. No, say hello. Hello. Can you say, I love you? I love you. I love you. No, you're not going to say I love you? Just hello? You can kind of hear it, but she's not saying it as good as she does most of the time. She's the first cat I've ever heard that. I mean, I've heard lots of dogs that people train them to talk and, say words and shit, but I've never, ever heard a cat say words, especially without being trained. cats, I think, are kind of hard to train anyway because they have their own personality, and it's just like, this is who I am and how I am, and you gotta love me the way I am, and if you don't, oh well, I ain't worried about it. Yeah, it's cool when they share part of their soul to us, their personalities. Your dogs are mouthy but don't talk to you. Well, I'm sure though you've heard, people train their dogs to say hello and I love you. And my mom had one, and it would carry on conversations with you. It was pretty cool. But this is, like I said, the first time I've ever heard of a cat saying actual words. Like a minute ago, I could kind of hear the hello, but you kind of had to, I guess, imagine it. But there's other times it's clear as day. Let me say hello. Not you. Then we got poor Willow. Willow, we think when she was born, had the cord wrapped around her throat because she couldn't meow, talk, no sounds basically at all. And she's just over a year old now, and she's starting to get her voice back. It's funny though, when she meows, it's kind of she does two different ones. She does a meow hiss and like a geese honk. She'll go, unk, unk. And I kind of laugh, but I feel bad too because she doesn't have a voice and she wants one so bad. Let's see here. I'm crack-a-slacking over here. I tell these people I want them to come up and be with me and talk with me, and then I don't. My damn mouse is starting to aggravate me. And then I don't post a damn leak in the chat. How dare I? So can you guys tell I'm in a different mood today? What? Why do you guys like my torch hose so much? You think you need to rub your smells up over them? Yes. Stop, you little shit. Stop. No, Daddy doesn't need your smells all over on my thing, because then you knock it down and then it gets on the floor and then Daddy steps on it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello. She says, hello, I love you, Willow. Anna says she's heard her say loudmouth. That's this other cat that lives here. And I can't remember what else. Why do you guys like that hose so much? You guys are just silly. Silly cat. Come on, say hello to the people. Come here. Come on up here. Come on. You saw a Z on OTW. I'm not comprehending what you're trying to say there, Mary. Yeah, I get up anywhere between 3 and 4. What do you mean by I saw 2 on OTW? Or is that a Z? I saw Z? Fuck, I can't even see. Oh my gosh. You guys, leave my hose alone. Daddy don't like you doing that because you knock it down and then I step on it. Yes. No, come on. Go on. Go rub on something else. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, I've never heard that term before. So I guess that means it is true. You can teach an old dog new tricks because you just taught this old dog a new trick. Ha ha. No, that's fine. I usually only need to, I guess I shouldn't say usually, but most of the time, let's just say that I only need a little bit of input so I can get that firmware update to know what's going on. I'll use that Harlow 3000 imagery here. Oh, ah, damn it. Sorry. There we go. Is your update lagging, Larry? What do you mean by my up? Are you saying that I'm lagging, so you're wondering if I'm updating? Give me a clue here. I heard you're pretty cheap. Damn, I got five. Ooh, look at me go, Larry. I got 5 people. I'm the shit. Oh, man. I'm in a weird mood today. I apologize. Oh, man. Hmm. Oh, okay. You know that buddy sound? Yeah, I turned my electric heater off and stuff because Moose said that he could hear like a fan in the background. Uh-oh. I gotta behave myself. Lena's gonna come up and slap me around a little bit. I can see her laughing. Damn mouse. Oh, and I'm on live, baby, with the regular crew. How you doing, girl?
Pretty good.
Good.
I guess I gotta turn that down a little bit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
echoed.
that echoed.
How's going
What's
on here?
going on here?
All right, try that. Say something.
Testing one, two,
Testing
three.
1, 2, 3.
Do you hear any feedback
Sounds
or do you
better.
hear
Sounds better.
something? All right, cool. Thank you. I
Welcome.
need I need lots of clues.
I was sitting here talking to y'all. Oh, there's an
Uh,
echo.
there is an echo.
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
No, it's probably me. Hang on,
All
cause
right, I'll hold.
I got rid of my echo cancellation thing in StreamYard today to see if it made me a little louder.
All
So
right,
if
so
I
we just
have to
knocking
go in,
out some technical difficulties.
yeah, I'm experimenting. Let's just say that.
I'm on board.
Is that any better?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello. Up, the train's gonna come now.
Oh, I can't see the chat. Let's ask the chat.
We
There's still an
still.
echo on Linda's side. See, baby, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
All right, girl.
All right.
Between the three of us, we'll get it fingered out, huh? I'm a superstar now. Hey, Hotbox, did you see I subscribed? At least I hope I subscribed to you yesterday. I watched a couple of your videos. They were really good. I thought that was cool. Yeah. Did you hear what I said, baby?
What?
Did you hear what I said? I said I'm on live with our regulars.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
Kind of sucks here because I've always, I don't know, back when I was younger, I always thought it'd be cool to, like, jump on a train and just have it take you to wherever it's going. But where I'm at, the trains just go north or south. I
Morning,
think I'm
all.
too, I think I'm too old to be doing that shit anymore. So
Something's wrong.
what's wrong? I hear you.
There's an echo. I can hear it. It's never done this before on my end. This is all new.
All right, hey, before you leave, let me try to
I ain't
get.
going nowhere. It's on your end.
All right, hang on. Is that better?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful. You fixed it.
Yeah, I put on the echo thing.
Thank you. So as I was trying to say, I was sitting here, we were chatting, all of a sudden I heard my chickens go off. And I'm like, what the hell, right? So I run out there and somebody's fluffy damn cat decided it wanted some chicken for breakfast.
Oh
It didn't
no.
get them, but my girls flocked up and let me know that, so I
Right.
ran off.
That's
But yeah, I
cool.
never seen that cat around here before.
Uh,
Yeah, looking back at me like, how dare you take my breakfast? Get that rooster up there and get that. I mean, that rooster is only, what, 3, 4 months old. You get
yeah.
that rooster going, and then that rooster would have whipped his ass.
Hotbox, I just wanted to make sure basically I subscribed to the right person was all. And I enjoyed and wanted to let you know I really enjoyed your content.
Mornings are poo-poo.
Did you hear that? Lady Wolf said that mornings are
Mornings are
poo-poo.
poo-poo.
Oh, then Grand Rising, Anna.
Do what?
She said mornings are poo poo. I agree. Morning is poo poo. I said,
Oh,
then
okay.
let's go with a grand rising.
Oh shit, your power went out, huh?
Uh-oh. What is your channel? Move chat.
Yeah. Champ. I don't see a Champ in here.
Yeah, I didn't teach it. I don't know. Maybe he missed talking in multiple chats. Maybe.
Hey.
Sorry, Moose. I don't know. Moose. Moose started all this, baby girl.
Moose is a
Come on
very
up, Moose.
Moose
Our
is a
people want to know
very
what a moose is.
yeah. Moose is a very loving, caring,
Our people
very
do.
good people.
20s are for people who don't have to wake and bake for the day to start. I wake and bake. I get up just to wake and bake.
You guys wake and bake, and I have to wake and shake.
Wake and bake to bake. Yes.
Except she can't bake.
Oh yeah, I can't bake, so I have to shake to wake up.
Yeah, but we can bake. We can make cinnamon rolls.
There you go.
Oh hells yeah!
I bought cinnamon rolls yesterday. I should
Homemade.
torture y'all and go to the kitchen and we should make cinnamon rolls.
Hey, that's not fair.
I know I won't do it. I was just an open hand threat.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. I like that.
The only hostility you'll see out of me is threatening you with food.
What the
Hey
hell?
now, I might fall for that.
How is he seeing all these
Oh,
people?
hot cinnamon rolls in the morning with a cup of coffee. Yeah, absolutely. And I got both. I got the
Holes in there?
I don't
cream.
know.
I don't
Moose
I don't
seems
know.
to be
I'm
talking
almost.
to people
I
that
think
I
he's
don't
inviting
see.
them in, and he knows they're here, but we don't. Is our
Yeah,
numbers going up?
I'm kind of wondering about that. I mean, I don't
We
care.
got Chap, we got Paul, and I only saw our number go up once, so I don't know. Unless
Well,
he's got his.
we all know about that.
Yeah, we know how that works in the background. Numbers are rising. I thought so, Moose. Thank you.
Fucking
I'm very observant, or
stalker.
I try to be.
It's like we were here the other day. We had 4 people up here, and it said 0.
Huh?
Right. Numbers are
I'm
rising.
like counting on my fingers. I'm like, she's real, we're real, she's real. I'm like, pretty sure that makes 3
I
of
like
these.
that.
No bots in there.
Oh, is there and here.
Is
Meow.
it?
Well, that's cool.
You
Well,
know
if you're
me,
here,
and that's
Paul,
why my cats are
One's
acting
there.
up.
A Paul here. A Paul. Oh, Paul is there. A Paul is
Palms
here.
everywhere.
yeah, right on.
Mary, do you know Paul? Or you just playing?
What?
I was picking on Mary. I asked her if she was new Paul from Moose's channel, or was she playing?
Oh, yeah.
Since she didn't know what a moose was, I just assumed she didn't know what a Paul was. So I'm picking.
Right. Which makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
she just playing.
Feel like
I've
I might
called
have
her
been
bluff.
bad.
You need to get more oil in your
And everyone missed out on the great convoy yesterday. Not me, though. I was riding
pills.
right along on Mom's shoulder like a parrot. I didn't see you on her shoulder. You were over in the corner by the door.
I when I showered yesterday, I did my shampoo and then I did put conditioner in it. Then I washed up, rinsed the conditioner, and I'm like, that's not soft at all. So I put another coat on my hair just before I got out
Yeah.
because it's been like this.
But conditioner,
Still love me?
you need the oil from the inside out, baby. You're trying to.
I know, but
I don't know.
doing it.
If I'm hearing about
I
shampoo, I think we're watering all that crap down personally. Anna, were you talking about your hair products?
Yeah, but for about a week now, I've had really super, super dry, frizzy hair. And I have real thin, hair. And that just, that makes it like 20 times worse. I get
Yeah.
up and I look like I've got that fuck me hair or
Uh-huh.
just fuck me hair
Uh-huh.
combined
Well,
with
just for,
bedhead.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's the weather, our products used to work better. I mean, I'm on this kick right now where I'm convinced that they're not making any new food. They're just pushing out what they have because I bought flour that already had bugs in it. I bought food crackers that were already stale. I bought soda that did already had the fizz gone. And this has all, been in like this last 6 months.
Well,
We went to,
it's funny you say that because we bought like 3 loaves of bread and some
Mm-mm.
buns or something, and in like a couple days it's moldy.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's
So
like
I was
when
mentioning
you
the
got
product.
loaf of bread for a week,
Yeah.
or 2 weeks.
But I noticed hair products. I never buy the expensive stuff. Suave is good enough for me. So I
Yeah.
was in there. My
That's what this
daughter-in-law,
was.
oh my, take a drink. My daughter-in-law had her Pantene in there. She said, go try it out.
Oh, I love Pantene.
Well, it's like it's getting watered down. It wasn't, I don't know. And then
It
she bought
wasn't
me,
really thick like it used to be, I noticed. Yeah.
oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Be a hairdresser shampoo, man.
Oh, yeah. That's how I found
No,
Pantene, was from my, one of them times. Yeah,
she bought, she bought me this for Christmas.
nice.
It's a
Ooh,
nice little pack.
avocado and shea, I think, huh?
Oh yeah, this back in the day was awesome. You would wash your hair
Uh-huh.
and it still smell like this 3 days later. I
Yeah.
washed my hair, nothing, nothing. It was like regular shampoo, and I was like, oh, and I have a lot of broken ends because I refuse to let people cut my hair. I haven't cut my hair in 4 years. It's just doing what it's doing, right?
Yeah, I finally will cut my hair. When
But yeah, I
I'm
probably would have
tired of it getting stuck in my armpits or something.
been. I'd be better off with a can of beer and some yogurt than
Ah,
watching TV
hell.
and an
Probably.
egg. You know,
Oh, yeah. Remember,
not that
Grandma
I didn't
used to put the
appreciate the
mayonnaise
gift.
in her
For
hair.
the record, not that I didn't appreciate the gift, but
Oh, no
my hair
doubt.
feels crappier, and yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
one less shampoo you gotta buy.
Look at what happened
Well, when they get low, I'll just put it out there and they'll burn it up. So
in the hairdresser.
it'll still get used.
Yeah, see, normally, up until the last couple weeks, my hair is thin, it's
Oh,
really
so
oily, and it
yeah.
sucks. It will not hold a curl if you use a curling iron. Within a half hour, it's just, I won't even brush it to try and let it hold it. Nope.
We're going into the dark zone. Hold up. If you don't see
Uh-oh.
me, I'll be right back. Woo-hoo.
No big deal.
Bear with me. There we go. Hello,
Yeah.
people. Oh. Yeah, everything's drying out, so we have to
Ooh,
put more love in it, more nutrition for sure.
I said,
When
uh-oh,
I,
because I caught.
Wow.
What?
18 years ago is the last time she had let somebody cut her hair.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not near the chat, so.
When I was 17, I had a friend who got breast cancer,
Mm.
and she didn't wind up making it, but she fought like hell for years. And well, I knew her since I was 14, but she just hated it. She had gorgeous hair, one of those girls with the nice thick wavy hair.
Oh,
And
yeah, my mother had hair down to her booty, so yeah, we come from.
yeah,
Yep, I
and
feel you.
I cut my hair from the back of my calves all the way up to like a little bob cut. Oh God, I'll never do that again. But
I think we've all been guilty of cutting our own hair one time or another and it going south.
oh no, I didn't do it. What I did is I
There,
went to
Miss
a
Mary.
professional place. Hello.
Morning,
Because
Miss, or not morning. Yeah,
they
I don't
made
know.
wigs out of my hair for my
Habits are
friend.
habits. Yeah,
And
but
ever
when it grew
since I
back, it was
cut my
healthier.
hair,
No,
huh?
when it grew back, was it healthier?
No,
Oh,
it
well, that's
was
why I said no. And then you went,
no, it was like 10 times thinner,
mm.
and this is all I get now. It'll get down
So
to
it's got to be
about,
your immune system. Not that I'm a doctor giving medical advice. I'm just thinking outside the box.
Probably right.
what?
It could be your immune system. So you're going to need a little bit of extra this and a little bit of extra that, which is probably some
I didn't
calcium,
think about that.
some vitamin D, vitamin E.
And healthy
Unless anybody
oils.
else can think of any that I forgot.
And healthy oils. People think dehydration is just water, and it's not just water. Like our body has a lot of oils in it.
Yep.
My mama always had a tube of VO5 hair
Oh
oil,
yeah.
a little dab in her hand, and she'd sit there and work my hair as a kid and then brush that in, and I was like, this is abuse. And she goes, you're gonna thank me for it later.
Uh-huh.
I still carry a tube of VO5.
That's funny.
My mom is white with very thick, wavy hair, and my father is Puerto Rican with he has an afro, but not a tight afro.
I was gonna say it's thick and yeah.
I wound up with very thick, very curly hair, and beauticians always wanted to work with it. And I've learned up into 18 years ago that if they don't have the hair themselves, don't let them touch your head, because they would do things like try to brush it dry, and you cannot brush my hair dry.
No, not that kind of hair.
And they would want to straighten it. I mean, they just thought like I was the person that was going to give them the gold medal for beauticians because they conquered my hair.
Well, they can do this all day. The thin, straight hair. But yours? Oh, yeah. That's a hairdresser's dream.
I mean, look at that. That's all natural. And that's after being in a bun and a braid.
Yeah, I interrupted, but you didn't hear me because my mic was on. I was like, yeah, that kink. They try to use straighteners and stuff, but I do it like this. I'm just putting my oils back in my hair and I'm pulling. So I still have that kink up in there, but
right.
I used to on its own because I'm always pulling on it.
I actually, you know how I relaxed my hair? I did not use typical relaxers or any of those.
Oh, good.
I used a perm, and then I just brushed my hair the whole time the perm was in my hair.
I'm not laughing at you, baby girl. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at my mother who decided to cut my hair all off and give me a pixie and then a perm.
Oh, do you guys
remember? Gal. I was 9. She didn't mean it. I was 9 for the record. But yeah, I feel you.
When I got my hair cut back then, I got also what they called the apple perm. You remember how it was real tight curls? Shit, it was gone in 3 months. Nothing. My hair won't even hold a perm.
I think it's funny when people are like, I think it's funny when people used to ask me, and they may, like, I live in a different area now, so I don't get asked as much. But people would be like, did you perm your hair? And I'm like, have you looked at my curls? There's no organization to natural curls. They don't loop like a perm would loop, you know?
Yeah, it's like there is no there's no pattern. There's no consistent like you did it.
Yeah. So whoop, 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 all the way down, and it's like.
I gotta tell you something, it'll gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you laugh so hard seeing my hair, right? You see, it's so thick and everything. When I finally left my father's house and went to my mother's house, she took me to a beauty salon, and I'm not even exaggerating. They tried to feather my hair.
Oh, I love that.
I always have my hair feathered. I've been thinking about doing it again.
I like hair that. Probably went woof, huh?
Yeah, I was about to tell you. So This is my hair like all controlled. When they put the feather in, it no lie, it was this far away from my head.
Yep.
And there was a feather on the outside. I felt like I was wearing
Mhm.
a football helmet.
I could only do
Wow.
a small feather just around my head, just around my face, because it was terrible because my hair was never thick enough.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did the bangs. I love
Oh yeah.
bangs, but for I don't know, about the last 5 years, I've been growing it out a lot because I wanted all of it to be about the same. So now they're pretty good, but I wouldn't want Keegan's
Your
hair for nothing.
your hair is a file of your health. So if your hair is shitty, your health is shitty.
I gave her
Or
a
was shitty, especially
Absolutely.
if you're not cutting it. So all that's when I was sick as hell and I ain't cut it off yet. I bet I cut this off, some more good stuff will grow.
I
I
just
don't want to
gave
cut it
her
all off. I just want to give it a like that much trim.
I just gave her coffee, and her coffee cup says, "I run on coffee and kisses."
And coffee and kisses.
There
I'm
you
trying to
go.
turn it around so you guys can see.
Aww.
I
That's a
run
good
Oh,
on
cup.
coffee and
nice.
kisses.
I don't have my mom keeping me off.
I run on canning jars.
Me too. Nothing wrong with a good old mason jar. Nothing wrong
Oh
with them
yeah,
at all. I want to
and I
see what
never
I'm
got to
drinking.
do any of that fun stuff.
Mine is Winnie the Pooh, and it says some days are more tumbly than others.
Oh,
So it has them all tumbling over each
That's
other.
nice.
oh,
Me and
that's
I
cool.
really gotta learn the camera. You can first
Oh,
here
I
on
know.
here.
I go whoop the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm learning my camera where it's at, even though it's in the corner.
I just
But this was my daughter's. She passed, so this is awesome. I drink out of it as often as I can.
I quit.
Yo, my dog must hate the camera because he won't say hi. Say
Oh,
hi, Mufasa.
He
puppy.
they, he can see the red things probably messing with him. They can see the
She was kind of
what's it called, Larry?
kind of like
Infrared.
He's mad
Playing
now.
around with it. Yeah.
that they heard it.
He's like, why you keep putting me in front of that
Put me on the
thing?
spot.
Hello. Hello. I got
He's
the
on.
cat calling our old cat that just decided he wanted to go sort his royal oats. And he never came back. Well, guess he's been around here since these girls are here now. And he,
Of
of course,
course.
can't come in because he's not fixed. But the cat, since she's been in heat, I'm trying to get her to say hello, loudmouth, you know, and it's pretty funny.
Our dog that we had to put down last year, Buster, we raised him to be the kids' dogs, like to play with them, to be outside with them.
Right.
Never
Oh, yeah.
ran away until one day he was gone, and we're like freaking out. And
Mhm.
after 3 days, a car pulls up, the door opens. They're like, get the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
This dog would bark like or whine. He did a whiny bark until we let him in. He hated being separated from the kids. So
Yep.
after 3 days, we imagine him absolutely driving these people insane. Like,
Oh,
yeah, take your
man.
pretty dog back.
Yeah, no shit, huh? Like, yep.
He looked like a yellow lab. So a lot of people were like,
Oh,
ooh and ah, and they
mhm.
just they
Beautiful
didn't
until they get them. And then they're like,
exactly.
fuck this.
One person.
Oh, look. There's 3 windows in the panel and only one person.
And there's actually 5 people here because there's Larry and you and Linda and me and Hot
Yeah,
Boxes.
but 3 boxes on the panel each.
I
I'll
think that
count us
algorithm
today as
don't know
one
crap.
because
So I'm
uh,
wondering if they don't count who's in the boxes, so the only one we're seeing is Hot Box on that number one. Is Hot Box.
there you
That's my
go.
guess. That's my guess. So if I let's test it. So if I get out of here and I go back to chat, let's see if chat bounces up one right now.
Okay.
I need to let's experiment.
All right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now it says 2.
You left and now it says 2.
That's funny.
Oh man, they can't count.
No, they can't.
Soon as she left the room, it said
You know what?
2.
I want to kind of circle back around to the food situation,
Yeah.
because I've gotten bread, like, not only does it like rot real quick, which is super weird. I'm in a really dry area, so it shouldn't be growing mold that quickly.
Right.
But stuff tastes stale, or like when my chickens were having babies, I went to go get a dozen eggs. The whole dozen was bad. Like literally, I was vomiting in the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I only eat
Now we
the
have
free
3.
range because I
Yeah.
get them from the mama wolf.
That was
Here's
weird
my
when
point.
you first came in. As soon as you left, I mean, soon
I
as
know, I
you
proved my point. I seen it. It went boing too. Because you remember,
and,
I got the tablet going,
and
so I
then when
saw
you
it
came
myself.
when you came back in, when your screen was gray, it was counting you. And as soon as I brought you into the chat, it went away.
And now
So
we're
it's you.
moved in there, so now we were up to 3 is counting. But it's good to know.
Oh,
We don't
pretty
need to know
baby.
everything, but it's good to know some things.
Ooh.
This guy made it till he was almost 12.
Oh,
Good that he's posting your links, Larry.
yeah, I saw that, and I told him thank you.
I must have missed that. My bad.
No big deal. Just don't let it happen again, right?
Yeah, no, I won't. I'll
I
change it
love
up next time.
No.
I love it because I can give you guys a little bit of shit and you take it. You know I'm just giving you
Yesterday you
shit.
kept complaining I had peanut butter in my ear.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's by the door looking so pathetic. I want out, Mom. No,
Oh,
not yet.
not happening, sweetie. Not yet.
Yeah, we don't let them out.
That's your property, Mary?
Yep, this is the land I live on. See how all the trees look like bushes?
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now.
Just
That's
don't run
still,
into them.
still cover for like when wind's coming up.
Says they are trees.
With them being wider and stout.
It kind of buffers, but only at like from like 18 feet down.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
18 feet
and they
down.
give us zero protection from the sun.
Exactly.
Okay, so you uphill, it looked like you were on a flat level, kind of looking down. Am I incorrect on that picture?
Yes. So when you drive up to where I'm at and turn left, it starts not a steep but a slope downward, and my whole property is the slope down all the way to the valley and then a little way back up again.
Oh.
Getting my feet dirty so I can put it out properly.
So can we circle back around to what she was saying about the bread and the mold? Is anybody else experiencing food damage before it's like right after they bought it?
Oh,
They're
really?
actually selling dented cans at full price now.
Of course they
Yeah,
are.
that shit.
They're selling
Of course
what?
they are.
Dented cans at full price.
And I learned a lot. So when I left both of my parents, I knew that I wasn't taught jack diddly squat not to survive and not to like have any type of life skills. So I put myself in college and started with like personal psychology. Like I knew I had some issues because of my parents. And I
Right.
went from there to like child welfare to health and nutrition. When I took the
Nice.
health and nutrition class, I didn't know fast food till I was almost 15. And at this point, I was 22. And I was like, oh my God, that's what's in fast food. And like the dented can. A dented can, people like, especially if you've been poor, really poor, you don't care if the can's dented or not, right? Food is food.
Right. Right.
What I learned in the class was the dent doesn't seem like it broke any kind of
You know,
outside surface,
yeah.
Right.
but it doesn't mean that that bend inside where the food is didn't let something out in there.
Right. Like some aluminum. There he is. Look.
Yes.
Hold on the very bottom right.
I don't see him, baby.
He's right there by the fence.
At Mike's fence?
Right there, yeah.
Uh,
There he is. I've been telling Larry that his old cat's been around, and he's like, I haven't seen him, and I'm like, there he is. Finally.
That little hussie's looking for that little punani.
yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's what those two cats. That cat's talking.
I'm so glad you showed up. It's cool.
Well, what really sucked is he was a really cool cat, very loving, very caring, very just everything. His whole personality was. I had a really old cat when we first got him, and
He looked just like her.
he would go up to her and make sure she was okay, and
Oh
cuddle
man.
her. And he got outside one day and smelt that poontang, and he's like, "Fuck that." Well, the problem is we got a lady down a few trailers down, and she feeds all the cats. So he's like, I got food, I got Nookie. What more do I need?
Right? I thought for
That
sure
is the philosophy I've
that
used to keep
dinner,
my
but
animals happy. Like people are like, you got to build a really strong fence. And I'm like, no, if you keep your animal happy, they feel no need to break that barrier.
Right.
no, that's not true.
We didn't have them for very long.
That's not true. Some animals are just like, I want
Yeah.
it, I want to go.
Well, like my dog, he's half wolf, and so he's got
Uh-huh.
that wandering mentality. And
That take the fuck off and piss dad off and scare dad off and oh,
I literally found him like 15 miles away from my house one day.
Ooh,
yep.
that's
And
far.
Facebook, has anybody seen da da da? And they're like, yeah, he's way over here. What?
Wow.
You see, so bird's eye, and we're just like,
Yeah,
got
I've
it.
had a couple dogs that I would have had to tie up to keep them home.
right.
So they, two of them, the one was a husky, and he befriended other dogs like a half a mile away. And she put an ad in the paper, and I found him. And I'm like, listen, I'm not a person that likes to tie dogs up and stuff. If they're leaving, it's because they're not happy for one reason or the other. It could be me, it could not be me. I don't know. But if he's happy with you, do you mind keeping him? Because I would rather put a dog in a happy space than keep a dog in a miserable space.
Yeah.
My dog, and I honestly believe, like when we used to go to the park, he would see people and he'd go, "Oh, I know for a fact these people just came here to see me."
Yep.
So what he would do, like we had this one really bad winter, and so I had to follow his tracks to figure out where he went. I get to the first house and I said, and the people see me wandering around their yard and they're like, "Hey, what the fuck? Why are you in my yard?" I'm like, "I'm looking for my dog. He looks like a German Shepherd, but he's not. But anyway, have you seen him?" And I said, "Oh yeah, we seen him in our backyard, and we kind of got scared because he was back with our sheep and stuff." He said, "But then we started to watch and we noticed that they were playing." He says the funny thing about it now though is we can't figure out if the dog had more fun or if the sheep had more fun.
Oh, that's great.
I'm like, how long ago was he here? And they say, "Oh, an hour ago." 15 houses later. How long ago was he here? "Oh, he's an hour ago." And I'm thinking, how in the fuck are all these houses all fucking an hour ago? Like, I got to get to a house where they at least say 45 minutes or half hour or something.
Right. And make sure you're going in the right direction, right?
Well, yeah, well, luckily, like I said, I could follow the tracks in the snow, but still, they backtrack and circle.
Right.
And he's just all about who can I see next and who can I play with next. It's not, I believe that he doesn't like it here. He's just, I gotta
He's
go
a
find
playful fella.
with, you know.
Hmm
And
And
Zeus
there
came
are very
around,
social dogs too. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
but Zeus came around, and for the first year, Buster was playful, and then now he's like, I'm an old man. It's like,
What's really funny is I always knew if I could hear kids playing, he was more than likely by the kids, and 9 times out of 10 he would. He'd hear the kids playing and he'd run towards them.
Right, right, right.
oh, it's your CB. I'm like, what the fuck am I hearing?
Yes, Hotbox, you're the king of the chat.
She's not even telling me she's talking in chat either. She's just sitting over there typing away.
Hot box. Hot box. There's
Did you hear the
breakfast,
chicken say hot box?
dinner. Sorry. That's how the city people see it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yeah.
I'm mating Brahma chickens to be my meat chicken.
Oh, girl, I went and got 2 broilers. Can you see them? This is my rooster, and I got him 2 broilers so I could breed my own broiler. Not bad.
Nice.
They're only like not even 4 months old. Now,
Wow, really?
these are my old girls, so they're sitters. They want to sit. That's all they want to do. Watch. Come here.
Are they
Yeah.
Polish?
No, that one's an Australian. From Australia. They're called Blackies, but they got another long Latin name.
Oh, yeah.
Where's your
Because
feathers all messed up?
I have some pure
Maybe
black
walking
ones,
for-
but they're Polish and they have feathers all the way down their feet.
Oh no, nobody's got that.
She
No, none
knows.
of those. Probably the most exotic one we have is I believe it's a Japanese wild chicken. Like
Nice.
Japanese wild chicken.
Miss Lucy. Oh, she's like, I don't need you humans. I just want the food.
Uh-huh.
You have no desire to get close to me whatsoever. What the hell was that? Oh, my rabbit.
Oh, God, yeah. Chickens do.
Everybody's
Even chickens
pecking
have
away.
a
So yeah,
food. Some are
if they
dead.
make it, because broilers normally are taken out if they can get, they're acceptable not to make it, because I mean they're supposed to be in the bag at 16 weeks, right? So,
Ooh.
if they make it and they're healthy, they look good. I don't know. She's got something else in her. She's got a lot of white in her.
Well,
She's a mix, but they're just broilers. At least I've
Hey,
been told.
listen.
Watch those feathers, though.
Listen, I love you. Hold
Lyndon, listen. I love you.
Wow.
That's too much cuteness.
Yeah, that is too much.
That's still not as clear as she can be.
Take away my sandals.
Yeah,
She
it's
can
crazy.
she can say words almost perfectly sometimes.
Yeah, my mama had a dog that said it loved mom and said love you. It was weird how she growl talked. Let's go see if there's any eggs.
I'm like hoping for an animal like that one day, but apparently the daddy dog I got was only what 2 generations from being from the wild Australian dingo.
Oh,
So,
nice.
like, even though these guys are well behaved, I'm still beyond training them like fun things like that. I'm still like working on a domesticated type of behavior.
Behave, you guys.
My dog, he should be a talker. Huskies and Malamutes. Just don't say shit. As a matter of fact,
Really?
he'll look at you and go, literally, you'll come up on him on the couch. He won't even make eye contact with you and lift his leg wide up like, here it is. You're like, really? You're not even gonna look at me while I do it? Oh, my dog is so stuck up. But I'm glad he's not a talker because I'm pretty sure Zeus would be I don't want to hear half of the shit Zeus has to say because I know he'd be rude.
Yeah, Junior. my big one is kind of a talker, but I don't know if we could train him. You know what I'm saying?
He kind of just yells at us.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just do it or they don't. It's
yeah,
weird.
he's kind of a yeller. Like, we're just working on shh. You're loud, man.
Yep. Yep.
Like with my dog, he's got like 3 or 4 different, I'll call them barks for lack of better words, but he's got a let me in bark, Dad, when he's outside. And then he's got a hey, motherfucker, don't come near me bark.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got this,
Yeah.
and when he does that, he's saying, hey, my name's Buster, come pet me.
Mm-hmm. And
Hey,
then he's
Larry,
got
now
the
that you
bark of,
mention that, I've had
he's got
many
that,
dogs.
Yeah, and then he does
I've
just
had
a
ma-
little yelp. It's so
I've
funny
had
though.
many dogs, but Mufasa here, the shy one, I've never had a dog have such a significantly different bark. Like, usually you could tell, okay, that's Junior or that's Daisy. But when it comes to Mufasa, he has like what, 4 or 5 different, like
yep,
significantly different barks. And we're like, who the hell is that?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
Mufasa.
yep, definitely, definitely. You know, just like us, animals have their own personalities, and it's crazy. It's like, ah, but if you pay attention, you'll know what they're doing, they're barking.
Well, and
Well,
the funniest part when he's doing the oh, the people will look at him and they're like looking at him like, oh, he's gonna eat me, and I'll just tell him, I'm like, no, he's telling you my name's Buster, come pet me.
Yeah, but he's so
that's
big, people get scared, which is a good
That's
thing
funny.
too,
I
though.
ran into one of my neighbors, and it doesn't happen often because all the plots here are 40 acres or larger.
Wow.
So everyone's far
Oh,
and few between. So
nice.
I ran into
Yeah,
this dude who lives in Colorado Springs but has a place here. So I'm talking to him about the dogs because I always want to talk to my neighbors and let them know I'm
Right,
open. If my dogs are bothering you or anything, I
yeah,
want to know.
right.
yes.
So he's like, no, I see your dogs. I'm not worried about the black one. And I got super surprised. And I look kind of in a concerned way, looked at him like, what? He's
Like,
like, I'm
really?
worried about that tan one, which is Daisy. I'm thinking in my
That's
brain,
funny.
like, the black one is way closer to a wild dog than the
Oh,
tan one. Like, you need to be afraid of socks. Like, he's got Australian dingo in him, which I
Oh,
oh,
didn't
hell
even
yeah.
know a lot about.
Yeah, you don't get no warning with a dingo.
Not only that, but I was watching a I Shouldn't Be Alive show, and this
Uh-oh.
dude got lost in the Australian outback. And before the commentator explains, you see the guy walking around sticking a stick in the rocks. And I'm like, what the heck is this guy doing? And the commentator comes on and says, um, the reason this person is sticking rocks in a hole is because the dingo, when woken, will attack instantly. Won't sniff, won't look to see who you are. So to stick a stick in a hole is to wake the dingo without being near it.
right.
Oh.
Well, while Socks was growing up, my kids would go up to a sleeping dog and be like, "Oh, I love you so much," and he'd be like, "Arr!" And I'm like, "Guys,
Mm-hmm.
stop! Like he's trying to tell you something." So
Yep.
fast forward a year, I see this video and I'm like, "Oh my God, kids! Oh, kids, pay attention right now!"
That's funny.
They have a lot of patience. They're highly intelligent, but yeah, they don't. They're fuck around and find out dogs.
Yes, and I didn't. I mean, I intentionally
I
got
love
him because
dingoes.
yeah,
I never got the chance of having one, but yeah, beautiful
that's why I
animal.
jumped at the chance of having a dog that was only 2 generations away from the wild
Yeah.
dingo because that means he's already started domestication. So if
Hmm.
I come in with some real rules, and training, I'm
Yep.
gonna have some pretty vicious controlled dogs to protect the homestead.
Gotcha. I'm switching back over to Wi-Fi before I eat up all my data.
Leaving an hour. Later
So-
on today, I'll get back up here. I'm not going to do it before 10 a.m. But
Okay.
I'll set a timer on my phone. You know, I'll be on here, but a timer on my phone around 10, and I'll get all the wolves howling for you.
All right.
Yes.
It's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, they egg each other on. She'll go, ooh.
I'll start.
And
Yep.
then one will usually go, and then once one goes, they're all
My
just,
sonny used to do that
"Ooh."
howling, and he'd get all the domesticated ones howling as if like a fire truck went by. It was awesome.
I think that's
Oh
the most
yeah.
awesome thing. Because out here, I got vacant
He
land.
knows what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I was looking forward to coming to Colorado was to, do you hear them puppies out there? Like, I can howl.
Watch life
Oh,
in the house.
It's what? Like,
well, what?
So we're looking forward to the howls of the sounds of wildlife, right?
oh yeah.
So you see, I showed you a picture where I live. There are so many cats around me, and the worst part about that is not even that I got attacked by a cat, is that they're absolutely silent.
They're feral.
All feral, yeah.
They're not
Mountain
real
lion, Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. Go out there and do that then. We seen a mountain lion on the military property. We seen a lynx on our land.
Oh
And
yeah.
we seen a bobcat grow across the street near the southeast corner of our land.
Wow.
Yeah, my where I watch the wolves, they have trail cams all around them.
Oh,
And,
I gotta get off for a second. I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah, but there's cougars and all kinds of stuff out here.
Yeah, I
That's
would
another
imagine.
reason why I like to get the wolves to howl. Is to
I would imagine on 40 acres, she probably has a lot of
yeah.
living creatures passing through. You know,
Yeah.
it's raining cats and dogs here where I'm at. Oh my goodness! Get a boat.
Yeah.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure it will today
In
too.
the house. There goes our numbers. Hello, hello.
Oh, can I have my phone?
No.
I'm looking around for my phone that's plugged in.
Oh my God. Oh.
So yeah, it was very interesting to. For a solid 2 weeks, I've been watching the food shelves clear out a little bit over here at my dollar store. And I asked them when they were getting their truck loading, and they usually tell you a Wednesday or Thursday, and they just keep telling me they don't know. Like,
Oh,
yeah, we get a little
yeah.
extra beans, and we get a little extra rice, and we get me a little canned potted meat, some crackers.
Sit back down.
Why
I
was
was
they still on the
thinking
shelf?
that, you know, all that food on those trucks not that long ago that were stuck up there at the piers?
Yeah.
That's where I was gonna go with the food
Yes,
conversation.
that's what I was getting
Yep.
at. So you need to really look at those dates.
Yep.
A lot of
I
times you
think
just
that
assume that it's good, it's in a good store, you know, they're up on their shit, they don't want to get in trouble with the health department. So I mean you're grabbing a meal for the night. You're not stopping to look at the dates, let alone what's in it.
yes.
So
And you know what I noticed the other
that's
day?
what I would just suggest was we start looking at the dates for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, you know, I started going to like the bakery of the stores to try to get like fresh stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Like it's made
yeah,
that day.
exactly. Get the ingredients as fresh as we can to make our own. Absolutely. That's
But
how I
they
came across
weren't,
that.
Linda.
Oh,
Like I could knock on the bread. I was so pissed off. I left it all there. I was so irritated. Like, do you think so little of people that you're giving them day old stuff and counting it as brand new?
yeah.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
it's even more than day old. I think it's like already a week old because I have never in my life had a loaf of bread mold in 3 days.
I
Right.
know.
Or fruit in the refrigerator. I haven't been able to keep fruit in the refrigerator all year, no matter what I do.
Wow.
I've been
And
getting those little cup thingies because I can't
even
eat a whole lot
those.
at one time because I have bad ulcers.
Right, right,
So
right. Me
I
too.
know that I can handle that little cup. But a full can, I'll eat it, but more than likely I won't go back to it because it won't taste right.
Well, I was buying it for the pigs, and
Oh, nice.
it won't hold up in the fridge, and I just it's a mental issue. I won't give them rotten food. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't
Exactly.
do that.
No, I won't
But
eat it.
I
But
can't buy like 3 heads of lettuce and have it last all week if I chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Like that last head of lettuce will
But I
yeah,
start
have a
going rotten.
suggestion.
What?
I
What's
have a
that?
suggestion to our problem. We
What's
need to
that?
find some farmer markets. We need to find out these outlets where they take their overflow and they want to sell it back to the public. Here in Phoenix, you can use your EBT, your food
yep,
stamp at the farmers market.
Yep.
So let
yes.
cram the box stores, let them cram their shit up their ass, and we go either if you can't grow it, go find somebody who did grow it, and you know it don't have all that crap in there, and then we've got
Uh-huh.
Well,
good food.
the only
I
problem
mean, it's
here in
hard to find a
Colorado.
flour grinder. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's great. The only thing I noticed here in Colorado is all of them. Like I'm not exaggerating. Almost all the farm markets that I've used all shut down in September, and
Yep.
I don't know why.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
not
know
saying
if
it's
it's
going to be easy. I'm just saying it's what we
No.
need to do.
but we
Yeah,
also
they won't
need
be
what I've
open
been
again
looking
until
into
June.
is storage. There's a reason why they're keeping information away from us. And a proper way to store our food so that we could make the shelf of life of it last longer is storage. I was on YouTube a couple weeks ago and I was following this woman. I won't use a name because I don't want no shit. I was following this Ever Homesteader, we'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And they said they washed their eggs before they sold them. My jaw hit the floor.
I don't know
I'm
why.
No.
I don't. If the egg is
No.
dirty, I wouldn't bother selling it. I mean, I'm not going to be weird about it and stick it in a soapy water. But
Mm. Mm-mm.
if
Do
your
not
if
if
you
wash
your
your
want
if your
eggs.
clean
chickens
eggs,
get
man.
poop on their eggs, then
Yep.
there's something else going on there.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If
Yep.
you want clean eggs, then keep a clean pen, But
Yes,
don't
I'm
don't
agreeing. Yes.
Yes.
don't subtract the shelf life of a food you're trying to sell to make it look pretty. Are you kidding? Go back in
Like,
society because that's where you
I
belong.
know,
yeah,
Well,
you got to
just
definitely be
don't,
huh?
careful
just
if you're
don't
trying to
wash
sell.
it.
You definitely want to put it on a better level. A
I mean,
better
why
grade
raise the
That's
price
the
if
than
the
what we're
egg
problem.
doesn't
getting.
last any longer?
Oh, the school.
School bus. Because that goes fast.
But yeah, we definitely need to get back to the old ways, to the ways that we would can and put it in a cellar. And if you guys
Yep.
remember right, our grandparents' cellar wasn't that big. It didn't hold that much food because they ate it regularly and they replenished it regularly. They
Yep.
ate their own stock and they rotated it.
I
You
Our
know,
rotate
I
mine.
grandmother was
thought
canning.
Always rotated.
I'm
I
sorry, what?
thought I was a knowledgeable person learning about like I guess learning what society was willing to teach me. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
And this buying this land was Vince and I's third attempt at buying something. Our first attempt was a house within the step family, and that's a long sordid story. But what I learned from that in the basement, there were still jars with dirt packed around the jars,
Uh-huh.
completely sealed. It
Yep.
never, the button never came out, and it looked like it had been sitting there for decades.
Right.
Like
You're like, I don't
40
know if
years
I
or
want
some
to eat
shit.
this, but at the same time, you knew you could.
Right, exactly.
Now
Like
you go,
that button says a
ooh.
lot, If this seal is
And he's like,
maintained.
I don't know about this one. Watch it again.
But that showed me what the system wasn't showing me, which is
Yeah,
there's a way of
absolutely.
food storage that it doesn't last weeks, it doesn't last months. I'm eating stuff from 2 years ago that I made here in Colorado.
Mm.
Here,
Yeah.
here.
So I
I
think
grew up
that's a
city
part.
girl. You know, I
You know what?
100%
city
to
girl.
everyone out there is if you stock, you need to rotate that stock. You need to go check
Mm-hmm.
those dates. You need to see what's going on. If some weevils have already hatched in your stuff and they're getting up in the rest of your stuff,
Yep.
you, you need to be very proactive because, in my
Yep.
opinion, it's not going to be out there to replace
Mm-mm.
because
Right.
they're
No, when
already
they
pulling
started
back.
giving away money, I started buying things like vacuum sealers and stuff. So, like, I haven't done it yet. Like,
Yep.
I'm about to check the flour to see if anything's in it. It's been a while since I
Absolutely.
stored it. And if
Watch
it's
got it.
clean, I'm going
Hmm.
to vacuum seal it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, or can it or whatever you can, You can flour. There's a lot of things you can do to prevent them getting in, but you got to make sure. I know there's a percentage of them in, but I'm saying like when they're rocking and rolling and having a party in your bag before you
Right,
even get
right.
the big bread, you don't want to be canning that.
When there are grandbabies in your flour,
Yeah.
Thank you.
for
Yeah,
real.
exactly.
That's funny. I like her daughter.
But yeah, I would love to be able to grind, mill my own flour. I mean, I don't grow my own flour, but to be able to get it, and I watch some
Bit make toast.
homesteaders, and it's fantastic, and they look healthy, and I want to get back to that.
Bully them.
You know what? Absolutely. And I just want to touch on this just as a side a side comment.
Hmm.
I've done like I said, like my research started when I put myself back in college,
Bad.
and I have not stopped researching
And you
since.
shouldn't. Yes, I agree. We should never stop trying to learn how to
Right.
Well,
That improve our
how
life,
to
improve
brain
our life
fart.
to improve our
To be
kids' life,
sufficient
right?
as
Yes.
efficient. Yeah, there it is.
So
oh, she says
Vince
watch
and I
them.
stumbled across um a documentary
Mhm.
about
Hmm.
ancient indigenous peoples of America. I don't, that's close to what the title is, but not exactly. So we were just curious because the both Vince and I and our kids are Hispanic, and a lot of our culture has been lost because the victor writes the story and we weren't the victors. Okay, is the nicest
Hmm.
way to put it. So when we come across shows like this, we watch it. And this was like how long? 6 hours?
Yeah.
It was like a 6 hour documentary. And the one glaring thing I noticed it through all the tribes, through everything they showed us, is there was not one tribe that was purely no meat or purely meat. Like their diet was always rounded and didn't
Around the
it,
season.
around the seasons or where they lived, so the coastal tribes were more fish and grains, the inner tribes were more meat and grains, red meat and stuff. They showed us how they cultivated the land. Like there's one tribe that would slash and burn to fertilize the land, which is cut everything down and then burn the rest
Oh, yeah.
to restart the
A
land.
lot of people still do that. Yeah.
Right, there's others like the Ute tribe that would just manage the water they had to bring it where they needed it to go. Instead of like slash and burn, they would
Hmm.
manipulate the land in ways. So I saw value in the different ways of doing it because now look at where I live. I live in the high desert plains of Colorado, and like I can't make
Yeah,
a
we got to
huge.
build you some mounds.
Well, I was about to say, I'm not sold that hugel culture can work here because it's so dry that I wound up digging into the rock to create a garden.
Uh-huh.
And it works, but without mulch over it, it only works about 60 to 70% because our humidity goes from 0 to
Uh,
15 most days.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have a lot of moisture
Oh, we're
built
like
up sitting
40%
there
of the humidity.
overnight on those colder
And,
days.
and
All right, I
things
got you.
won't rot. Things won't rot and
Yep.
recycle ecologically. They'll just dry up.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll go hard. It won't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm here in the desert, and I'm not trying to trumpet or nothing, just my own experience. I have a huge one. I showed it yesterday, and I actually agitated it a little bit. And we don't get that much rain. We've been getting a lot more rain here this winter, so I'm getting my water now. It was sitting there for a good year. I didn't get that much water over the summer. We didn't get that much water for the spring last year. We're getting
And
all our water right now.
you didn't find that the lack of moisture put it in like
A moldy state, anything?
what's that?
Like I didn't have mold, or I didn't have like
Yeah.
it. Still did its. I got gold. We saw it yesterday because it's on the
No,
top now.
okay, so it's still processed.
Yeah, it sure did. And because you figure you got your worms coming up from the bottom, they're going in there. They're bringing all that. They're bringing moisture up with them.
Oh, see, that's what I don't have. I've actually had to mix my own soil to create an environment to
Get
have
your
worms.
compost. Start throwing some goodies in there. Bring you can grow your own. I
Well,
did that
that's what I
before.
was about to say. Like when I put my water system up, I realized I have to include a drip system over the compost or it stays in like a stasis. Like it doesn't
Okay,
go
I got
forward and
you.
it doesn't go
So we
backward.
have. I got you. So we have to learn how to work that process in different elevations, in
Yes.
different
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I totally get it. And then I wanted to comment on moose. Yes, our grandparents' cookbooks
Oh,
are just flying around recipes. Yes, we need to start going back to that. We need to get serious about it. If we can grab one. If somebody who might have in the family, aunts, they're really good about recipes. Um,
mm,
We have a
I
bookstore
myself
in
have.
town that's all old books, and that's where I go for my cookbooks. Like, I don't want this modern crap. Okay, so I'm 18. I'm living in my own apartment the very first time. My friends have apple trees. I'll peel all the apples because I took home ec. That's when home ec was still in school, and I'm peeling my apples, living in my own apartment. I peel as many and slice as many as I think I need. I go to open the modern cookbook to, I think, apple turnovers because I had already
Hmm.
made apple pies by then. So I'm like, apple turnovers it is, and a can of apples. I threw that book across the room. I was so mad. Like,
Did you?
why? What?
Like, oh my goodness, Granny Apple feeling. That's what they wanted you to stick in that.
Absolutely. And I was so irritated. Like, I got my first clue in where society was going.
Yeah,
Like, they
but
took this
we
left
really
of
shouldn't
convenience.
badger the beginners who actually they would never bake if they didn't have that can. Maybe they didn't.
Yes.
I'm always looking for the underdog. Okay, so maybe they didn't have those apples that you had to peel, but they still wanted them apple turnovers. You get me?
Which I totally get.
But
Absolutely.
I also appreciate your passion for keeping it simple and keeping it back in the ways.
I've had people because I brought an apple pie into work. I worked at a makeup factory in
Kind
Port
soul.
Jervis, New York, and I just brought an apple pie in because it was a doom and gloom scenario. If you've ever worked in a factory, even if there's windows in the cafeteria, nobody's looking out at them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I bought an apple pie in, and people are like, "Oh my God, you don't know what I pay for this." So I
yeah.
went home. I thought about like a business, and I realized my love wasn't for sale. Like I realized that apple pie was me loving doing that. And I wouldn't love doing that if I had to mass produce apple pies for people who don't want to make their own apple pies.
wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah.
Yep.
So I kept that love for my family. For like I didn't even have a family then, but at 18 I knew that was not something I wanted to give away.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You guys try a pear pie. It's amazing.
I have beef
Yep.
beef
Really?
freaking pear pie. There is nothing like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
have to
um,
try it.
this recipe I got is from allrecipes.com. And I
Okay.
have them on my Facebook and they'll pop up recipes. But when I first moved to Oregon,
Good
The
help
place
is
we
that.
were renting had 2 different types of pear trees and 3 different types of apple trees. I learned how to cook and I went, who knew? And man, I
Yeah.
couldn't make enough pear pies for everybody.
Share it. Sharing is
Nothing
caring.
went bad that year. Mm-mm.
I'm definitely going to look that one up.
Pear pie, it's amazing. Oh my God.
Now, is it sliced like apple pie?
Yeah, I did it just like apple pie.
I wouldn't think you would have to add as much sugar though, because the pears are already sweet.
Careful
Depending
on
on
the ginger.
Yeah,
Pears don't need a lot of ginger.
yeah.
Okay. What about the moisture content though? Because they're way
uh
more moist, way more water than apples.
You could
Probably
saute them if you were worried about that to see what the water content is. You could saute them a little. Never hurt. It never hurt a
Right.
pie to saute a little. I'm guilty of it. If I want to rush that pie, I'll saute them suckers a little. And then
No,
you'll
I
see the
that's an
water content.
excellent solution to that. Yes,
And
absolutely.
then you'll
Saute
know if
it.
your apple, how much or whatever fruit you're working with has that water content.
yeah, one
Right.
was
Because
more
You
one
gotta
thing I
stay on it.
noticed.
yeah.
Well, one thing I noticed in research, the especially like in the 1920s when things were scarce, as they're about to get, that they
Right.
would purposely use one particular element that not just complemented the other one, but
Yep.
like in the situation we're talking about with pears, the other element would be the absorber of
right.
that, and it would make it actually more nutritious pie than like just apple or just
We're
pear. You
linked.
know what I'm saying?
We're linked. I'm like, what goes with pear? But you could put an apple with a pear. You could
Yes.
put them together.
Yeah, and the apple would
Yeah,
soak
my
up that
mind's going.
moisture.
I got pie on the brain now. Thank you. Thank you, Mary.
I found a local you pick it orchard
Oh,
that like I have to convince myself that not to get bulk yet because I'm in a camper. I've been in a camper 5 years, and it would be stupid to put that type of pressure on myself to try to get bulk
mm-hmm.
apples or something and can it. But man, my mouth waters every time I go past there. Like,
Unless
ooh,
you
the
make a day
pie.
of it. Unless you make a day of it and you know what you're doing that day, so you go get them, you process them, everything goes down, and all you have is your jars. I mean,
But
that's the way to
Right.
do it if you don't have the
the
room to
biggest
store and get around to it.
the
That's
biggest
the thing,
problem
and
with
that's what I'm probably gonna do
What was
after
that,
the.
Larry?
I was gonna say the biggest problem with us though is when we're living in these trailers, I have no room for canning jars at all. I mean,
No.
No, that's
everybody.
where your community brings you jars.
Yeah, but I have nowhere to store them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Yeah.
you
got the
don't
same
have a
issue.
couple of jars, Larry.
Right.
You would be getting them refilled. It would be just like taking in the dairy. You're gonna bring back me your bottle. I'm gonna fill it up.
Oh
That's the
man, I tried
community that
that.
you need
People
to
don't
build.
bring the jars back.
Yeah.
No, no.
Right.
Yeah. I want you to mentally try to
No, I
connect
understand
with me
what you're
here. I'm
saying. I
talking
understand
about
what
what
you're
we need to strive towards. These are
Right,
communities where
right,
we help each other. You have extra, it falls to the side in this day and time. You don't give a crap where it goes. We need to be able to give to Larry who doesn't have all that room, but he still wants to
right.
enjoy those things,
right.
you
No,
know?
I understand what you're
Mm.
saying, but like, and that's a good idea. But the people like that live in the cities, not too many people in the cities do canning, and then
Oh,
you
I
have,
agree. I
and
agree.
then
I
when you,
am in the city, so I completely agree.
yeah,
It'll
You
and
be,
know what?
it just needs
I
to be offered, and I bet more people would get on board.
right,
I've
right,
been
right.
trying to inspire my cousin Vanessa in Pennsylvania to even just grow a garden. So one year I sent her a couple jars each of all the things I made in one year. And with all that, I sent a small bag of dried elderberries
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
with
Elderberry.
elderberry syrup. Like, I mean, she got jam, she got pickles, she got salsa. Like, I sent her the whole thing. So I'm talking with her. She's trying it. Her kids are trying it, and it's like 2 months later, and her and her kids are sick. And I'm like, just just make some of that elderberry tea. And she's like, what? You didn't send me tea. And I'm like, I sent you a bag of elderberry. She's like, oh, I didn't know what that was. I threw it
I
away.
know, but
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So their
So,
mindset, like,
you can't just, you have to educate them. I'm not
no, your salt, baby.
judging. I'm just saying, like, their life is going so fast that you gotta tell them, you gotta label it, call them up a couple of
right,
days, text them, say, hey, how'd that go? Did you do such and such with such and such? You know, you gotta stay on
right,
top of
I'm
it.
not doing shit like that.
But yeah, it does suck that happened. You meant well and it didn't get any use.
right, right. Well, she drank the
But that doesn't
elderberry
mean you gotta
syrup,
give
so.
up. Yeah.
No, I won't.
My kitty wants all the attention.
But like I've tried to say in other panels that we're not just fighting the system, this created system. We're fighting people giving up their comfort because that's what the system offers in exchange for your life's work is some sort of comfort. So when we start talking about, we got to get away from the system. And for me, I just wanted to, in a way, remove my own usage from the system. So, because
Yeah.
it is getting taxed with so many people on it. So talking to other people about it, like my cousin asked me, like, do you shower? I'm like, dude, I'm off grid. I don't live in a cave. So, to her, off grid meant discomfort. It meant not having running water. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's
So
Yeah. We need to educate. That's all.
I walk
well,
around
I
planting
was really
seeds.
sure my mother wouldn't take secondhand stuff, and my mom never cooked that many things fresh. She was
Mm.
a rich bitch, Oh, I can do it, so I'm going to. It's like, yeah. So
Yeah,
I didn't
I had to.
do all that. I wish.
That
Yeah,
must
I
have
thought
been
I was so
hard
cute
to
when I made
watch,
this
right?
pie. It is. It's something when a city girl can make some really delicious, pies. I'm like, who knew? That's how sad it was for me.
I'm surrounded by women.
No,
You
you
never
know.
know. How's that feeling? You got your little heirloom.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to get a good picture of me. Like, my signal's really crappy. Sorry.
It's
We'll
fine.
make
I know
sure we
that's
don't talk
terrible, isn't
over
it?
you then.
What on earth is
Good
going
to
on?
see you again. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
You're going to get like the side of my head. Honestly, I'm wild woman of Wonga.
Fucking right.
Hi,
Literally,
it's good
what?
to meet
Look at
you.
my hair. It's hideous.
Good day.
I've got Larry horns.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been kind of rubbish here in Scotland. It's all just hair, isn't it? I mean,
So,
nobody actually cares what we look like.
Maybe if you let
Not really. I think it's a
oh,
self-made.
man,
Hi,
really?
Linda. Sorry, I've never met
Hi.
you before.
You
Hi.
didn't say that shit.
This is all back to front. It's really weird. Hang on a minute. Let me just move this.
Guys, we're gonna be mute.
I might lose signal and then I'll be just gone. Poof, just like that. So, wait a
We're gonna be
second.
mute. We're gonna be muted for a second.
Yeah,
Steve's
no.
gonna do something, and I gotta let the dogs outside, so we're gonna.
Okay, Larry.
Okie dokie.
Let the dogs out.
Let those dogs
Hi,
out.
I'm Mary.
There we go. I'll tidy myself up a little bit. How about that?
There you go. Looking
better?
good. Looking good.
Not quite so messy now.
Yeah. That's a formation there now. Put them horns
Bless you.
away.
I never judge. I don't judge because we all have our crappy moments, don't we?
For sure.
Amen.
The cat was trying to get a fish.
Oh, might be my signal.
No, you're good.
Oh, I think we've all got signal issues.
Mary does too, so
I
I slow down
definitely
so she
do.
can pick up. Yeah,
Oh,
just
we
wait
might have
till
lost
she.
her.
No, she'll be back. I got faith.
So have you lived in Arizona your whole life?
On and off since I was 3. Yeah, pretty solid for the
Gotcha.
last 20 years. I have family in Texas, Colorado, mostly South, but yeah.
Nice.
It's a love and hate relationship here.
I feel
I
that.
love what I have. I have blessings, but I would rather be in a different state. But it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, you're working it, so that's the great part, you know.
Yeah. I wish I had invested
I
like you. I was really jelly yesterday when you told me you got your land when you were like 25. You started wanting to invest, and I was like, "Geez, I didn't even know if I was grown up to 25, let alone looking for some land." And
no, that's
I,
only when I had the
I
dream.
think that's awesome. I mean, if more of us
Yeah.
could do that, we wouldn't be in these predicaments as much. I would
Oh
think.
no, that was the dream I had. I didn't get to
Oh, you were
achieve
started
that.
date. You started manifesting at 25.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
It didn't happen till I was 47.
Oh, well,
Hey, but it happened.
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Anna. She was
That's
Yeah.
trying to
why,
take my kudos away. We're still giving you
Yeah.
kudos. Damn it.
thank you. That's why I made my channel really, not even for myself, which is why you don't see a lot of opinion videos. It's more just to show people I had to
She said her
leapfrog.
signal dropped. Sorry.
I had to leapfrog from the East Coast for 20 years before I was able to get here.
Okay.
Say,
So
I
I
got
want,
It didn't
something
just
real quick.
miraculously happen overnight and you've been comfy or nothing like that. You're like, no, I sweat and I pained this. Okay.
yes.
She said her
And I
signal
do.
dropped, so hopefully her signal will come back and then we'll have 4 of
Oh,
us.
there she is.
There she
Yeah, see, I
is.
have
Oh, good
faith.
morning,
Yeah, my
love.
signal's really rubbish. Sorry, ladies, my signal's rubbish.
Oh,
It's
you
okay.
don't have
Don't
to
worry.
apologize.
I've been
Sorry.
thinking of you so
No, I'm
much.
upstairs. I'm upstairs and I'm on my tablet. So I'm not on the
Yesterday I
computer.
sounded like a robot, so
A second. Just for a second.
Larry's left the
I
ladies.
watched something and I'm tearing the house apart. Ugh.
Oh, love you
I
lots.
feel for you, lady. Living in a camper, I can put my lighter down
That's
in front of
good.
me and not move, and that lighter disappears. I swear.
Yeah, Larry's
If I
got
could,
cats
if I
that will
could
take something
transmit
and
this to you right now, I would.
I know, right? Here. Got one. There you go,
Let's
baby.
remember,
Right.
she has the yellow
Where'd you go?
lighter, so
Come on,
nobody walk away
everybody.
with the yellow
Yeah, man,
lighter.
later.
yeah, Larry,
No,
I
brilliant.
usually make
I love
sure
it.
when I get here has 5 lighters. I see
I've
2.
got loads of lighters. Trust me,
Wait a
honestly,
minute.
I've got Zippos and everything.
Anna
Oh,
Ugh.
bought
Vince,
2
When one
packs,
don't
though.
work, you go to the next.
Anna bought 2 packs of lighters, though. I recall that.
Yes.
Yes.
And now
I've
I've
got
only
a
had to
lighter
buy
that's the
2
same
more.
age as my car. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Anna, say that again. Oh, darned. No, I know how that feels. That is not good. That is not good. Bless you. Larry, get her a light.
Right?
Good luck.
Mm.
You need flamage
No.
now, Larry. The women have spoken.
yes, loud, loud. We've
Exactly.
spoken loud.
He's gonna knock my butt off of here. I better hush.
But always with love. Always with love.
Absolutely.
No, I've got a Zippo that's literally the same age as my car. It's 20
That
years
is
old.
awesome. I like my
It is
Zippos,
awesome.
but not smoking with my cannabis. That's a flavor I haven't
Oh, right.
assured
Okay.
yet.
I get that. Yeah.
I'm still a big chick.
Yeah. I get it.
My daughter's puppy just ate half her bowl out of her bowl.
Oh, what, like the bowl itself?
No,
No,
she ate
like
the
the
marijuana
cannabis
in
that
the
was in the
bowl.
bowl.
Oh, she's eating the food. That's good. I thought she actually ate the bowl as well, or half of it. Well, dogs do that. I've got three chalkies.
Someone told me that dogs were, cannabis was poison to dogs, and I just kind of looked at them. I'm like,
What are you talking
I
about?
really don't think that's true because I've had dogs intentionally eat my spilt pot or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
messed up.
totally. What is your name, by the way? Creating a
I'm
homestead.
Mary.
I'm Marnell.
Manel,
Monel.
Manel,
Monel, right?
Manel.
Yeah, because it's a Sri Lankan name, and it's not a true translation because you'd have to put, because it's like, if you look at Sri Lankan, it's like pictorial language. It's one of the older
Yeah,
languages, kind of thing.
yeah.
So it's pictorial language. So you'd have to put like 3 A's in and several E's and how many L's and to kind of represent the translation. But it's actually pictorial. So it's a flower,
Oh,
and
awesome.
Oh,
It sounds like a
it's a
flower, and I'm
flower.
not just
It's
blowing up your petals.
it's a
It does.
it's a little blue lily. And we know that lilies are symbiotic, so they grow in ponds, in trees, like in the branches of trees, kind of thing. And this one particularly does grow in the jungles of Sri Lanka, and it's the national flower of Sri Lanka. And they have a
Nice.
very nice.
celebration, and I never knew this until recent years. So it's like, wow. And then
Yeah,
I
my
there's
live
a
in
parents,
a
my
house,
parents have
and
just died, by the way, so I'm in a bit of a weird place at the moment. So
your
yeah,
parents.
I'm
oh,
What?
a little bit emotional, shall we say?
a
Sorry,
hug
sweetie.
to
Your
They
you.
both
parents are what? You keep
died
getting
within
cut. We keep butting in at
within
each
a
other.
month.
Sorry. I just didn't hear what
Yeah.
you said your parents was,
Sorry,
sweetie.
sorry. Say again. What? My parents just died recently, so
I am so sorry. My condolence.
I
I thought
no.
that's
I
what
mean,
you
all
said.
right. They,
If Mary
look,
was
they
giving
weren't
her condolence,
young.
I apologize for interrupting.
No. You didn't interrupt. Because I don't talk to a lot of folk. So when I do talk, I'm kind of like a brook.
Yeah, parents is a whole different level of loss. So
Yeah, it's like both of them, literally. And Dad was going to the grave, and I mean they were both tiny. And but so here's another thing: is that I know that there's skullduggery gone on.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
she was in a home, and they wouldn't even let her go outside to get fresh air.
mm.
Yeah, that sounds like
Uh,
fuckery to me.
and she said to my dad as well, and he told me this. She said, "If I don't get out of this room, I'm going to die here," and she did. She
Oh
fucking died.
Mm.
Excuse my French.
no, I mean Larry's pretty good about us as long as we're not, screaming at each other like that.
Mhm.
Mm. But
Yeah.
That
so,
makes me so sad and
I
frustrated at
went
the
into the
system.
room. We went into the room to remove her stuff in this home, and they hadn't even emptied the bin of the pads. You know what?
No way. They were just like, she's gone. We'll get to this when we get to this.
Now, my dad
That's
also told
asshole.
me that there were bruises on her body that were not there before because he was going there every day. She died on her own, apparently. They wouldn't let him talk to the nurses that were there after she died. So what's that then?
Absolute fuckery.
Certified
Total
fuckery.
fuckery. And then my dad, tiny little man as well, right? My parents, neither of them are very tall. They never were. So he had angina, and he'd taken rings through the years, by the way, the flu rings. You know what I
Oh,
mean.
gotcha. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And he nearly died in 2016. He was like a little freaking Oompa Loompa with all tubes coming out of his body. And it was the ring. I promise you, because I went and did extensive reading, even stuff that is mainstream, right? I went through so much shit because I was also freaking, because I've got an ulcer. And once you've had an ulcer in your stomach, you're done, darling. You got to be careful what you eat. And yeah, you can have a little dirty food now and again, but you
You're
really
gonna
got
pay for it.
Exactly. You earn this. It's terrain. It ain't, you know what I mean? It's what you put in that causes the damage, the dis-ease. And this is what folk don't get. You can't take a fucking pill to heal yourself.
Nope.
It doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
I played that pill game. When I quit taking their
So
pills,
my little dad, he was having a freaking, because he'd been going and sitting by the grave. I'm not going to drag this out, honestly. I really don't want to. It's bad enough. But he went and he was sitting by the grave from the time of the funeral. And he'd been going up and kissing her dead body. And it was just, I went there once and I just couldn't. It was too weird for me. I'm not good with dead bodies. I'm really not good with it. So he was going and doing this, and he'd come back one day and he was like having difficulties breathing because he'd been in the cold and all that crap. And then I think it was a weekend. So he's like, if you don't call the ambulance, if you want me to live, call the ambulance. And I'd already called the ambulance for my mum, and they put her in the fucking hospital and homes. This took some time, like a year with my mother. And I was down south. I was in Northamptonshire, so I couldn't do anything. It's like 400 miles away. So they wouldn't, when they came, my mum's story is also really disturbing, but when they came, they wouldn't let me in the ambulance, only initially. And then they locked all them doors and they gave him 3 shots of morphine. Now, and I've read up on this, heart condition, angina patients, breathing difficulties, you do not give them morphine.
Right. Yeah.
Not even one single shot.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was tiny, literally like a freaking raisin, mate. So
And they gave him
I'm
3 shots.
I don't know where to go with this because I don't know how I'm going to prove any of this. They're both in the ground now. You know what I mean? It's like, and there's like still money that has to be paid for all this crap, and you know, just fleece.
Crap, you
yeah,
didn't
because they're
assist
like,
them.
hurry up.
That's why they didn't want you in the ambulance, because then you would have stopped them.
Exactly. And when I saw him the next day in the hospital, he was just puking and he couldn't eat anything. And I've only ever had morphine once, right? And it was when
You
I had
don't
my.
want it.
It's nasty.
Yeah,
I told them, don't you ever give that to me again.
No,
But they thought I was
morphine's
having a
really
heart
bad.
attack.
Colorado.
Well,
I had a
most of this
hospital
shit is bad. We know
They thought I was
this.
having a heart attack, so they gave me morphine. That makes a lot of sense.
No.
I went to the hospital in Colorado because I have really, really bad back. And I told them I did not want any kind of opiates. Like I was holding myself up on a wheelchair because I couldn't put my upper body on my lower body, like whatever was going on.
Yeah. When you sick.
Right. So I'm like kind of rocking like this with my eyes closed. I heard someone come in. I'm rocking because it's hurting. And like I looked at her behavior and it was almost she was sneaky. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, this is morphine. I'm like, no, it was already in the freaking IV. And
Yeah,
if you've
put it in
never
my
had,
IV.
if you've never
See,
had
this is
morphine,
so bad. It's so bad.
it's like a stabbing in your stomach. Like it was the worst. It was almost worse
I
than
don't
the
know.
best
I
thing
just
I was
felt
there
like I
for.
was dying when they gave it to me. I literally.
Could you
it
imagine
was
them
so
giving it to
weird.
her father? Could you
3
even imagine?
times.
giving it to her father in the state that he was in, it was like
No.
putting him to sleep. It was like
They were
Yeah.
euthanizing.
killing him.
Yeah, they killed my dad. They definitely killed him with that. Definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 3
And
times.
I don't know what they did to my mum because she was locked away in this building, you know? And
Right.
neither
Right.
did he.
Behind closed walls, yeah.
And all that's
Absolutely.
before this nonsense that just happened. So explain to me what
Hey,
the
Larry.
heck was going on in there before
Well,
all
then
this nonsense we just went through.
Well, but see now, ugh, I'm in a village. This is the next village where the mortician is and the guy that does all the burial stuff, and they're a really nice family, but they're very
thank
wealthy.
you.
They're very well. Trust me. You should know by now. Death is a very, very lucrative industry.
Yeah, that's what
Yes,
I was
it
trying to
is.
comment on. That they want you to hurry up and settle their stuff,
And they
and they
want
want you
all
to
the
do it
old
in the
folk,
state of mind that
the
you're
old
in.
folk
You're like,
that
wait a minute.
remember all the good stuff.
Yeah, you're like,
Yes.
wait a minute. I still need to prove foul play here, and you want me to
You
wrap
just
all this
said
up for
that.
your convenience?
Right.
You
Like
know,
while the
I've got
family's
a house
going
stat.
through all of while the family's going through all that, what I noticed in the United States and all my leapfrogging across the states and seeing different things, um, it's almost like the funeral homes, to have a lack of a better word, but those all invested in
Yes.
that, like you said, the death
The death
process.
homes. They're death
Right.
homes.
Yes. It's almost like they can put their hand in your pocket and take your money quicker than a debt collector.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Uh-oh.
was wondering where that power come from. Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand
that's
that.
exactly what it's like. Mm. Well, now, so I suppose we need to sort of start taking a little bit of what do they call that? When you complicitness, because we've allowed them to do this to us in a sense. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
By not
Yeah.
really
Not
being,
That's the
questioning
hardest
everything.
pill to
Yeah.
swallow. Yes, the hardest pill to
oh,
swallow and waking up to the truth is our own complicit ways in it.
exactly.
Come
Yeah,
on,
it's
Bill.
quite disturbing actually. And
It
I mean,
sure is.
I was up here in 1990, and we were on the dole, so we were quite young. You know, I was in my early 20s. I'm 55 now. I'll be 56 in a
55
couple of
too.
months. Yeah, I'm
55 is
55.
good.
Yeah, but
I like
so
55.
sorry,
I said I like 55. I'm 55 too.
you're 55 too. Yay! No, we're only 10. We're only 10.
Honestly.
Anyway, so just briefly, so in 1990 there was the Gulf War. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember the Gulf War in 1990?
Yeah.
And so there's all these freaking oil wells burning. And so
Yeah.
we were on the dole and we were in Scotland. And there's a lot of military from Scotland that goes all around the world and plays the game of. Remember this. So if you think there was an Independence Day from Britain, it's BS.
Yes.
The
100%.
US is not
Yes.
independent of the UK. It's a scam. Right? They scammed you guys and girls. Totally. Because you're still under the same ruling. Oh, I love your cat. It's so cute.
Oh, yeah, and
Under the
she is
same
so
man-made
verbal.
society, right?
I've got a little one very similar, but I've also got one that was my folks and they don't get on. So I'm trying to work on that at the moment.
And she got a bad shape in
She's
life. She only
gorgeous.
trusts
Bless.
me. She don't let no one else touch her but me. So when she's being
Yeah.
affectionate, I give in to her. Since I'm the only human she interacts with. There's others
Yeah.
around. She just don't want none of it.
Oh. Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, so I mean,
Well, I am putting
how
my
many months
prayers
have you got
and
for us?
energy
I mean, we should
to
get
help you get
together
through
and
this.
We need to get together and talk when I've got a better signal and I can do it from the other computer, because I reckon it will be a better signal, to be honest.
I'm glad you
Because I'm on this
connected with
tablet
us.
and it's... Oh, definitely. And so, well, I've forgotten your name already. I'm really rubbish with names.
No, that's okay. I'm
Creating
Mary.
a Homestead. What's your name?
I'm
Mary.
Mary.
I'm
Yeah.
Marnell. You're Linda.
Linda, Anna.
Larry and Anna have buggered off.
I like them.
Anna's
They just
back.
do them.
They are. Hey,
I
it's
just
not all
want to
about
say
me. It's
that
about us.
Yes. Good folks, keeping together, staying together.
Oh,
absolutely.
hang on a minute. Oops.
And
Yeah, no, this
realizing
is not
that
ideal, is it?
we've all
She's mad at you to a
basically been
degree.
lied to.
Well,
in
look,
my
I
research,
just really appreciate the loveliness of this whole. There's a big family that is growing from what I've
Yes,
realised and
yes,
seen
it
and
is.
observed, and
It is
you know, and
definitely
it's
growing.
all ages, literally all ages. It's
Absolutely.
you know,
It's fabulous. And I'm so honored to be a part of it. I
me
mean, to
too.
think that I got
And
to meet
likewise.
somebody from Scotland today. That's
I'm
too awesome.
super excited
Yeah.
because my
Well, I was born
18-year-old
in
chooses
London,
to
but
listen.
you know, I'm here now at the
London?
moment. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry, Mary.
Did you say London, but you're in Scotland?
Yeah. Well, no, my
Okay.
parents moved here like 33 years ago, so you
So you're
know
in
the house is
Scotland for
here.
that? Yeah, okay, I got you now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out what I'm gonna do, and you know, I mean, in an ideal world, I want to. This they've literally done nothing in 33 years to this house, which is scary. It's so
Yeah, it is scary when we take
and
up
it's an old.
where we left off. Yeah. I mean, myself, my
Mm,
mother's been gone almost 10 years now. I still have all of her stuff in my room and I ain't touched it.
wow.
I know this feeling. Don't
Wow.
be me. Okay, that's where that's coming from.
But I'm
Don't
not
be
going to
me.
show you this room because it's literally stacked. It's stacked, and it isn't one room. It's every single room.
Are you an only child? Do you got some siblings to help you do this?
No, I've got a sister, but she's in Berlin, and she did the grandparents stuff. So she's
Oh,
like,
so
nope, I don't
yeah,
want it.
she's like, don't
You
want
can
no
have
part of this
everything.
one.
Nope.
Yeah.
So there's legal stuff that I've got to deal with, and I'm like, oh man.
Well, hopefully some of the family can pull in and give you some help.
Well, they're everywhere. I've got family
Yeah, they're all
over there.
rattled out.
I've got in America, in Canada, in Sri Lanka, in Germany, and I've
Mm.
probably got family in France as well that goes back. But you know,
So
it's
even if
like
they
they're
could
everywhere.
email you, you guys could talk it out. You know, somebody that's closer. You wouldn't want advice from me. I'm saying you'd want advice from somebody that's
Well, I
closer
don't
to
know. That's not.
your
No.
family.
That's not true because I've got a friend
That's
from
not
Kentucky.
true.
I got a
I'm
friend
saying,
from Kentucky, and she lives down in Northamptonshire, and
okay.
she has been by my side. She's lived here for quite a few years. She's got
Awesome.
grown up girls and stuff, but she helped me like sort my stuff out to move and whatnot. And she's been and I was doing housekeeping for a long time, and she was initially a client, and then we became friends, and we've been friends for like years and years
It was
and
the
years.
destiny to be buds.
And we always give each other advice that we don't actually follow ourselves.
Oh, okay.
We know
you know
that
my
one, don't
kind
we?
already.
But yeah, no,
mine's a little deeper than that. I'm just trying to appreciate and respect my brothers. They wanted to go through it with me, and we just haven't all been in the same spot. So I'm just a very patient person, and I'm just waiting for everybody to get their shit together, I guess.
I had to move thousands of miles away from my
I'll tell you what,
family.
don't hold your breath.
Don't be like me. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, Mary. What'd you say?
Yeah, we cut you off.
Sorry.
I apologize.
I had to move thousands of
Go ahead.
miles away from my family to filter their toxicity out of my life.
Ah, I know that one.
Mm.
I know
I
that
mean, I
one.
have some of that, but my mom was my best friend. That one hit me hard.
I
I'm the
I
only
actually
girl.
I
Oh,
enjoy
totally.
listening to
I really know.
stories. I enjoy
This is
listening
that
to
we've got
stories of
so many
people.
parallels. It's unreal.
I like listening to stories though of people who had good relationships with their parents. Like that, it warms my heart because I had to stop chasing the dream of figuring
Mm.
out how my parents were good, you know,
Mm.
Mhm.
and basically grieve
Oh, my
that.
parents weren't perfect, sweetheart. I just had to learn to forgive them for being human.
I tried, but my
Linda,
mother is still bitter to
that
this
is
day.
the one.
What was that?
I tried to just
Um,
accept my parents after learning in college. Like, you have to accept people for who they are. Like, you can't walk
Yeah.
around with the wish of who you want them to be. But even that didn't help me. So
You
I
know,
real
no, I
yeah, you
agree.
don't
You're
forget, you
both
just
on point.
forgive. So
You're
yeah.
both
So you
on
can
point.
grow. Absolutely.
I didn't
You're
catch
Absolutely.
that,
definitely on
now.
point.
We
I
need to
don't
get a
need to
nickname.
add anything to that at all.
Malou.
Really don't.
I know. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to pick
I'm
up
sorry about
your
my
name.
lighting. I look really like, I don't know, Miss Fuzzy.
No, you're
Just look
fine. You're fine.
fuzzy
I was
here.
actually trying to pronounce your
You can
name
look at
and
my
butchered
mum's.
it.
These are my mum's decorations behind me. Where are they gone now?
Oh,
All
those are
sorts of
cool.
weird little decorations. There's all, and I'm not religious, but there's like, and I haven't got the heart to take it off the wall yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
you'll do
like
it when you're
prayer
ready.
beads and things,
Yeah, you'll do it when you're ready.
but it's like but it's stacked. The house is literally freaking stacked.
Can
It's
you put
so
this in this
scary.
window? Because it's messy.
There's stuff from the 60s and 70s in this house.
Are
Wow.
you telling me you're standing in a museum?
Yeah, pretty much, I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we're gonna need help. This is outside my field. One
It's
day at
all,
a time, one box at
I'm
a
doing
time.
lots
That's
of
the only advice
praying.
I can give.
I'm doing lots of praying. I'm going, come on, great consciousness, give me some help
Come on,
here. I need some
push me
strength.
up. Give me the motivation.
Exactly. But it's like there's recycle rubbish and good stuff layered. I mean, it's layered.
Yeah, but there's that one moment when you get into a box or you get into a file that you didn't know existed. You got to prepare
I
yourself for
know.
stuff. I'm
You
telling you, I had
find
some
the
mind blowers. I had some just downright good tear jerkers. I had some,
oh
wow,
my
didn't
god,
know my
yeah.
mom was that good of a poet. Wow, didn't know my mom was being the historian of the family. Well, dang, it just
Yeah,
stopped
yeah, 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 yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
You get into all that. I'm dealing
I
exactly.
with
don't
that.
know.
This is
I'm
I
sitting
mean,
in a
I'm
corner
finding
over
things.
here.
What's that,
So
Mary?
I'm sitting in a corner over here, like I'm loving the stories, and at the same time, I'm feeling anxiety bubble up because my parents are 72 and I don't know, 77, 78 or something like
They
that.
put you in your fifis. It's
I
okay,
get where
Shannon.
you're coming from. I get it. I know where
Yeah.
you're coming from.
Like I
Yeah.
don't want my name attached to anything they have. Like
Mm,
I don't fear that connection. But like most people, when you've left something behind and it's a healthy leave behind, you really don't want it to
mm.
come knocking at your door again.
No,
And
right.
that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Mm,
that's your prerogative. If anything come flying your way, you can deny it and it'll go to the state or the next one.
mm.
I would hope so. I
You've
would
got
hope that,
family, Mary. Then have you got family?
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask.
yeah,
Is there
they're
someone else
all,
to pass it
If you've
down
got
to?
family, they can help you. Yeah, exactly.
my family is me, my children, and my spouse.
She's current. What's under her
Uh,
roof is her
That,
family.
that's,
I got
that's,
you.
all right.
I got you.
My
Just
cousin, I have one cousin that I talk to, and she's much younger, and she tried to figure out, like, the whole family situation and why, like, I have a very strong feeling of not coming back east. So she called my mother and she
That's
tried
another
to
cat.
confront her, like, that's your only daughter, what's going on?
Oh,
And
I love your
it
cat.
did not, the conversation did not go well. And I had to comfort my cousin instead of the other way around and her trying to fix
Yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
I had to comfort her because she saw what I saw. She finally saw what I saw. And
Right.
it didn't sit well with her. But I kind of just turned it around and be like, God placed its hand upon us to be strong women and to be able to leave the situation and go forward and show our
Right.
family something different.
Right.
what
Moose
they
has
say
just come
was
online
getting
as well.
pimped and hooded. I know, I got pimped and hooded. Interesting.
Listen, Linda, you got lovely cats.
Thank
Oh,
you. I've been very blessed. This
gorgeous
is my
little
male.
tigers.
Yeah, this is my male. He's
Yeah.
a blue Siamese, I believe.
What's his name?
Blue,
Oh,
Mr. Blue,
Will.
Blue.
Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah,
Oh, the Porsche. He's so
yeah.
cute.
He got
Oh,
his eyes are cross-eyed. That's I don't know what. I mean, he does all right, but yeah, a lot of people trip out when he.
does he have little stumbles now and again? Oh, no, it's all right. Oh, he's so cute. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
they're
got
the
two
cats are
stripies and
thinking
then
dogs.
I've also got three chalkies though.
You have
They're
Yorkies?
hilarious.
I don't
Chalkies.
know Torquies. I
They're,
don't know what a Torquie
they're
is. I know what a
Chihuahua
Yorkie is.
York. Right, well, they're a Chihuahua Yorkshire cross.
Oh my goodness, that's gotta be cute as hell. I mean, I have my little Chihuahua. I don't even know what the hell that is. My bear. He's curled up.
You'll see them one day when I'm a bit more organised. It's not ideal at the
The
moment.
same here. Mine are curled
Yeah,
up in
you'll
bed. I
see
don't
them
want
one
to pull
day.
them out.
But yeah, one of them. Yeah, no, they're together. There's three of them. So one really does look like a Yorkshire Terrier, but kind of semi-long haired. So she doesn't have the real long hair. But she definitely is like the alpha female, if there's ever such a thing. But she's in charge.
So
And
do they
then
have
you've
the
got
point?
Maya, who looks like Paddington. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to ask if they had the pointed nose or the box nose from the Yorkie.
No. They've literally got Chihuahua faces, but Bella's got the longest hair, so and
Okay.
it's like Yorkshire Terrier hair. So the
Okay,
golden
so it's
with the
the brown
black,
and
and it's
the
quite
black
long.
going on.
And then you've
Okay,
got
that's
Maya.
got to be very interesting.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, and then you've got Maya, who basically looks like an extremely miniature German Shepherd. So she looks like Paddington, basically, because her hair is kind of not. It can't decide whether it's long or short. Do you know what I mean? So she's a bit
Right.
of a mess, her hair,
She's
but she's the
a little
smallest.
mixture.
She's literally
Yeah. She's
tiny.
long
She's
in the back,
tiny.
short in the
And
front.
then you've got yeah. And then you've got Ruby, and Ruby looks. She's got like Doberman colours. So she's got the black back, the black head, and then golden face, and then
Like
she's
the
got the
little
white
brown on the
neck,
eyebrows.
and white going onto her tummy. So, but short haired. She's short haired, so she's totally different to the other two. But they're sisters, and I've had them for like 6 odd years. So, and
Oh,
my other cat, and now I've got my folks' cat who's a bit old. Yeah, I've got 5 now. 2 cats, 3 dogs.
all mine are pretty young right now. All
Don't
my
laugh.
seniors passed last year, so all the senior animals that I
Well,
had passed last year. So
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, look, my two cats don't actually get on, so I have
Mine
to keep them
either.
separated.
You'll
But
hear me
I've
getting on to
always
them
had
all the
cats,
time.
and no, I have had cats that get on. Sorry,
I was
I missed
agreeing
that.
that my cats didn't
We've
get along,
got.
but they
It
live
might
in
be my
small
connect.
quarters.
Right, but I'm gonna
Larry,
chance
are
it
you guys back?
to work it out because I've had cats that get on that were males and full males, and they got on. They used to sleep together, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
not gay, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah, no, I get
siblings.
you. These two would never sleep together, but they
So
sleep in the same area.
I don't want to rehome him.
You don't
No,
want to.
no, because he's lost mum and dad, and he was like locked
Mm-hmm.
up in the house, and it wouldn't
Oh,
be
I
fair.
caught
I
on
don't
now.
think.
You're talking about the fur
So.
babies that are there.
Hey, Larry. Hello.
Cheers, Larry.
Bless. Is that a cat asleep next to Larry? It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that cat is there
bless.
24/7. That is
Look at that cat. That is so
his support kitty.
cute.
That's his
Oh,
support kitty.
you got a stripy. He's got a stripy as well.
Yeah, he's like mine, or she's like mine. That's a girl, right, Larry?
I just wanted to let you know,
Hey, Larry.
she's getting ready to go, so things are kind of noisy, and that's why I'm muted up. But yeah, this is Willow that's beside
Willow.
me. That's the one that didn't have a voice.
She's lovely, Willow. She's so cute. Oh,
Yeah,
what a
Willow's our
lovely
mascot.
girl.
Oh, no camera, boom, boom.
She's got sort of semi-long hair going on there, hasn't she?
It took her about a year to get her voice. We're gonna be
Uh-oh.
on the same. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. We still love you.
Oh.
Nobody has a headset on.
All right, then. Right, listen, I'm going to need to go as well soon.
All right, dear.
But it's lovely talking to you guys and girls.
Absolutely. Hope to catch
You
up
ladies.
It was
in the
nice to
future.
meet you. Much
Have
love
Have a
and
beautiful
praise.
day.
I don't know how to find channels. I try and find channels and then I can't find anyone. So
Well, I'm
maybe when we're
under.
in the next live at Paul's or something,
Yeah, we'll
if you
see.
can get Paul to put your link in for us.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
do
that'd
Paul.
be really good. And I'll sub you.
I do Moose.
Oh, you don't do
I don't do Paul, but I do Moose.
You do Moose.
I do
You
Moose.
do Moose though.
I do Moose.
Yeah,
I
Moose is
watched
chill.
Paul's
All right,
yesterday.
well, when
It
we're
was
in
like trying to
Moose's,
swallow a
yeah,
pill
we'll
with
do
a
it then.
drink.
All right, sweetheart. We'll see ya.
Bless you, girls.
Bless
Lovely.
you.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
And Happy New Year and great days ahead.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Absolutely. She's got it covered. We got to remember all that.
I know.
I love you. It's been a great chat. Bless you for listening
Love
to
you,
my
girl.
stuff.
Love you, girl.
All right. Toodaloo then.
You stay
All
in
right,
there. You
bye.
be strong.
Bye.
That was sweet.
That was sweet.
I
And
mean,
what a nice
I wouldn't
accent,
want her
huh?
going. Yeah, I wouldn't want her going through the emotional part, but
Ooh.
that was sweet. Her sharing and
I'm glad we were on, you know.
yeah, me too. Absolutely,
That was
absolutely.
cool. And I really do love hearing stories of others' experiences with parents they can still connect with, you know.
Uh-huh.
I hope to be that one day.
We heard some love. Boop. Yeah. So did
I have three.
he say he'd be
Go ahead.
back, or am I holding the fort? What's going on here? I missed something. I always miss something.
I think Anna is leaving.
Okay, so he'll be
I think
back.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a 1-year-old. She'll be 31. My 18-year-old here is going to be 19 this month. And my boy is 17 and he'll be 18 in October.
So you got 3 yourself. I got you.
Yes.
I'm the coolest
Yeah, 3
one.
boys. They're all grown. My eldest is with me. My middle son is in Texas, and my youngest son also lives here in Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I would rather have them all home, but they're men. can't
Right,
can't
right. Of
have
course, yes. Yep.
because I come from the South where we want them all close, all on the same property. Rock throw away.
Right.
We
Well,
were
that's what
raised.
I assumed about the South, but I've met some very odd Texans since I've
Oh
been in
yeah, I mean,
Colorado.
yeah, they've changed it up. They do their own things, but basic old roots where your property line was, you're so busy on your own property, other than church, you didn't really go out and mingle.
Right,
you,
right, right.
you know, kind of circle the wagon type. I'm still that way. I live in a big city. I'm not exploring all over this big city. I know where I need to go to get what rations I need to get or whatever I'm gathering, and then I get my booty right back here. I have
Right,
anxiety
right.
if I'm gone too long. Yeah, I got plenty of people to verify that for me. I'm like, I ain't messing around. I'll go get what I'm getting
Oh, me
and
too.
get back to my
Last year we
zone.
went. Right. That's how I was. Like I didn't even leave to explore for like 4 years. Like I only left the property for supplies.
Yep.
And we went to Gunnison, Colorado,
Then
which is
you
like
be
6 hours
back.
away. And we had such a great time that when there was a death in Michigan, we're like, all right, let's go. That was such a hard, emotionally long trip, and not we expected the death. It was an elderly person,
Hmm.
but to be around people that we've never chosen to be around for a week and then come home, it took us months to get over that. Like it took us months to get over people with bad energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like being in a device and you're the new battery, and I'm just making this thing. It's just what popped in my
Right.
head. So it's like
Go ahead.
you grabbed a bunch of batteries that were already used and you put a brand new battery with those batteries, and you wanted something beautiful to happen.
Yes, that's
It's hard because
exactly it in a
they're
nutshell.
pulling off of each other, but no one's actually giving the full. I know I'm talking in
No
riddles.
one's
I need
doing
more
the true
coffee.
energy swap,
I need
right?
more coffee. I'm talking in
No, no
riddles.
one.
Somebody get up here.
No, I got you. I got exactly what you're saying, Linda, because a really good communication and relationship, there is an energy swap, but it's an equal energy swap. So
Right.
you
And then
feed
you
off of
know
each
how they have
other.
those rechargeable
You-
batteries that never really recharge?
yes,
That's that
that's
was what was in
exactly
my
what
head.
it was like.
So you have a brand new battery, which is
That's what
kind of
it was
you
like,
and
though,
I.
you know?
Yeah, and you're like, why isn't
And
this
then,
device
like, you know
working?
how when cell phones Right, you know when cell phones first came out and they're always like, don't completely ever drain your battery. I think
Yeah, I
that's what
remember that.
happened in Michigan
That's what happened
is
to
we got
Michigan. They got the
completely
batteries
drained.
out.
Well, that's where we had to go. So when we came back home, okay, this is so, oh my gosh. So the last day we were there, we were supposed to have dinner with Vince's youngest brother. It turned into a little party, but we were so anxious to go home, we planned to drive through, but Vince got drunk and I got super mad at him. I drove
Mm.
like 21 hours and he sobered up. He took over, but I was so full of anxiety, I really couldn't let him drive, like, and the roads weren't very wide, so that was increasing the anxiety. And we had a little fight. I mean, I've never had my anxiety cause me to cry before, but it did happen on this trip. Like I bawled. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? And we got home in like 27 hours. And the next morning it was weird because nobody was mad at each other, but it dawned on me like we all had such a drive to get home and away from that taxing environment that it was okay for the moment that we barked at each other. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's not something I'm ever going to do again.
Miss Kitty concurs. Yes, Kitty. Yes, Miss Kitty. I got them some generic cat food, and I'm thinking she's trying to tell me this ain't gonna cut it, Mom. You need to spoofing it up. Oh, and
Mm.
doors closed her cage. Are you serious? You couldn't open that? Lazy bag of bones? Okay, I'll go get it, Miss No Thumb. There you go. Yeah, I know it don't even look appetizing. It'd be great if you could actually see the product, but it was in a sealed
Yes,
bag.
and see the ingredients they used, right?
Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna be so mean and smack him like that. He's just trying to find out what's in the bowl. Yeah, I don't have one of the bags, but it was Pet Pride, I think, one of those. It was low grade. I was just trying to make
Right,
some stuff stretch until I got my so I got some currency. So
right. Yeah,
um,
yeah. Hey, I'm
now the
down
one
that
I
road.
like is this one. Oh, please be quiet. It's called Love Some. I swear by this one because there's no diets. There's no dyes in it. Ooh, there we go.
Oh,
There's no
really?
dye in it, and it's it's not overly priced. I think I got that under $10, and
Nice.
yeah, they do really good. And it's these treats. The treats tear them up though. So you know how they got those greenies for the dogs that clean their little teeth.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See if we can get this on here. This is a greenie for a cat.
Huh.
Look how
Hey,
tiny
is
that
there
little thing is.
eggshell in that? Is there
Isn't that
eggshell
silly?
in the ingredients?
I didn't look. I need to slow down. Ooh, get the camera over. So anyway, yeah, this is what they want. But this kind of made like they're in stinky. It makes stinkies.
That's
There,
why I
baby,
asked
come.
if they have eggshell in it because it might be all natural ingredients, but if that egg is old, that eggshell's going to make their digestive system go wonky.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about just gonna get something else because they're just refusing to eat it at all. So
Well, you know what I learned, Linda? When we moved here, my daughter tried blue buffalo cat food on her cats,
uh-huh.
and she lost a cat due to it. So we
Yeah, I
started.
don't get into all that fancy stuff. I usually get these that are made in America, USA.
Well,
Hey, Miss Kitty, you
what
did not need to smack the dog.
what
That
I
was
learned was blue
sorry.
buffalo was grinding up feet and beaks of the chickens and putting it in their food, which caused I don't know what the scientific name
Get away
for it
from me.
is, but severe dehydration in a cat to the point where they wouldn't even be able to drink enough water to cure it.
Yeah, this food. I read the animals. If the animals didn't already clear that out, and they got that yesterday evening, and I've not had to fill their bowl up twice since yesterday evening, then I know they're not going to eat that. So
Right,
it's
right,
probably going to
right,
go in the trash can. I won't even give it to my chickens. There's no reason to.
right. Hmm. Yeah, if it does, like when a
Unfortunate.
dog snubs something, I know there's something wrong with it.
I mean, dogs will pretty much eat anything. So if they ain't eating it, you know damn well there's something wrong with it.
Right, right, right. You know what my plan to do is after we start processing animals, I want to take the marrow out of the bone, and use that in their dog food
Mm-hmm.
so that they get the nutrients. Because we've started making dog food, so rice, oatmeal, sometimes peanut butter, um, whatever low quality meat that might be in the freezer.
So
But
do you make the bone soup? You can use that broth in their food?
we have done that, yes. Just because
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want them
another
to have the
thing.
bone, you know what I'm saying? Because boiled bone is bad
No,
for
no,
them.
no, but you can pull the nutritions out like you would for us making bone soup,
Yes,
and you get it's the same thing. Just for you get where I'm going with this. As
yes,
my
yes.
dog's giving me kisses,
So
lots of
that's
kisses.
what we're probably going to do is buy like some grains in bulk that service multiple animals. Like oats will service all three animals that I have on the land.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah,
I can
did
buy
that.
that in bulk.
Yeah, I bought some feed once that was like took care of the pig and the chickens and the rabbits.
I've
Here
seen
I am.
that all animal food before, but
Yeah, but
it
they're
was
drawing them in with molasses. It's made with molasses to draw them all in. So I wouldn't.
yeah,
I mean, I used it, but I mean, it worked for the pinch. But
right.
everybody has their own diet. I don't see how
Ex-
one grain's supposed to, or one feed is supposed to cover everybody's needs. I
That's what
mean,
I was thinking. And what the heck is in there, you know, that would feed all of them because oats might cover all three of them, but that's added to other individual grains as per the animal. Like, I'm not
yeah,
giving
I
the
mean,
pigs
you give
corn because they don't eat corn. They eat oats, barley,
like
sunflower
horses.
seeds.
You've
Yes,
got 3, 4 different bags that you're scooping to make feed with. You're not
yes,
just grabbing feed.
exactly. So I hate using this pellet food, but
It is
um,
do what you got to do in the snap. That's what I'm saying.
right. I'm at
It's
the
just food that
beginning
we
of the
know the healthier.
homesteading.
What was that?
I'm at the beginning of homesteading, so it's not like I got here and was geared already to do that.
Yeah, but you have the mind power and the will to get there to make yourself more self efficient. So that's what I'm tickled on.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm pretty sure this will sound familiar to you guys. I tried to talk to someone younger. She's in her 30s about it, but she had no idea, had never even heard of it, and I was blew me away. Do you remember the Northeast blackout in
We,
'02?
I was like, which one? We've had multiple blackouts. I mean, in
The
20.
big one that went all the way over to Michigan.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they didn't. It was like it happened, and then they didn't really talk that much about it afterwards, right?
Um, it, I've heard that said of the situation, yes, and I've heard such surprising excitement when I said it. It lasted like 10 days.
Yeah, there's probably another one of those events they like to try to wipe. I don't know.
Well, when Vince seen the stores, because we were just beginning a relationship,
Mhm.
that's when he knew like people are cuckoo in a situation where a person feels like they cannot support their family. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, you're not allowed in the grocery stores. Just his own vibe he got going into the grocery store was so bad that he's like, nope, you guys are staying home until the world goes back to normal because people were going nuts.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds like the toilet paper scandal, right?
Mhm. Oh, jeez. Talk about yeah. Oh my goodness.
When the first time I went to Walmart and see someone walk out with a cart of toilet paper, I just all I could do is just shake my head like, are you kidding
We're
me?
stand we're standing there at Fry's, and this lady's got all the toilet paper, and everyone's standing around her, going, that's not really cool what you're doing. And she's like, I work for a senior citizen, blah blah blah. We need this, and then it was no one was getting violent with her, but everyone was
Right.
definitely asking her to share. She
Yes.
wasn't having it. She wasn't having it.
And Well, it blew my mind
So
that
I
that's
went and
what they were.
I bought washcloths. I was like, I ain't playing this damn game. You can play with your toilet paper. You can play with your wipey because you're gonna plug up your toilets and your paper towels or your picnic napkins, whatever you're using. I'm gonna go to washcloths.
Yeah,
I
when
went to
you live
washcloths.
off grid and town is an hour away, you always have a supply. So,
Yeah,
like, maybe we're just used to being that way. So it blew our mind that people had, like, what, one roll of toilet paper roll at home
yeah,
and it's an emergency, run to the store.
yeah. And then it was funny because I purposely got the print on them. They're white, but there's print on it that says rinse and repeat. I was about to run and go get them because I still have a pack. I bought like 4 packs, and there's like 3 or 4 washcloths in one. I was gonna go grab them and show them to you and get you to laugh while reading it, but it just seemed more funny for me to tell you.
Oh my God, you
So
got
yeah,
me to choke on my head, Linda.
I did. You're gonna feel it. But yeah,
I'm feeling it.
yeah, I'd already told the kids how they were gonna be digging holes, and yeah, they weren't too happy about how I planned on it. I was like, basically, we're gonna have an outhouse. I
We
ain't
we
playing all
have
this.
done we've done sawdust composting for toileting. That's not bad. And we plan on putting at least one toilet in our when we build as a composting toilet because it's not reliant on water. And we live in a desert, so
But don't they?
and
I mean, I remember. I'm sorry.
um, go ahead.
If I remember right, my grandparents, because we had an outhouse, they had this powder they put on it. I'm assuming it was lime or something. I don't know. It was something that counteracted all what we were doing down there. And then ever so often, I remember my uncle Earl would scoop it out. He would clean it
Mm-hmm.
out though. But I don't know what that stuff
That's the
was. So if
thing with
anybody knows what that
sawdust,
stuff
though.
was, I was only 7, so I don't. I just know it was white powder.
It is lime, and the sawdust way of doing it doesn't require lime. And
Oh,
from the
okay, so it's more
research,
natural.
it is. And from the research we've done, if you separate the urine from the feces, they don't break down properly. You have to have them together for the chemical reaction that we look for in our composting bins.
That makes
So
sense on how.
go ahead.
Oh, I just beg pardon. Go for it, please, or I'll side rail us. I'm good at that. Continue.
Um, so I have a hole that we live on rock, so we have to dig holes for things, and I have a hole that has the sawdust compost in it. It's doing its own thing. They say to wait, I think, 3 years. I'm probably waiting 4 or 5 because, like I said, it's desert out here. So it's not going to break down in the same amount of time as someone at elevation or in a moisture environment. So I'm leaving that 5 years, and that'll probably go for flowers and stuff before it goes for human consumption food.
Okay, so you don't
Just
put any mulch,
because
or you're not putting anything else in there that's organically, oh, my brain's
I
saying
could
combustible. I don't know why my brain wants to say
I pro-
combustible, but that it breaks down naturally and makes good yummies. Gold.
I believe I could, but this is an experiment. So this
Okay,
was
yeah,
my,
that's
I
what
do
I'm saying. Because
experiments all.
I'm pretty sure human is different than any of our other fertilizers. Uh,
Yes,
uh,
yes, it is.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want a cat to go getting in my. I would just freak out, Even, yeah, I'm just tripping here. So
That
you're
was one
saying
of
put
my
it in 5
worries.
years?
Yes, yes. Just because you want nature to take care of what that pile needs, you know? So like I
Absolutely,
said, I found out one
absolutely.
year we didn't get snow, that if I didn't put a drip, like I didn't put a drip over it, and I went back to the pile, turned it over like you said, and realized that that had not broken down in the year that we had such limited water.
Mm,
It was
crazy.
almost like I put it in there yesterday.
What are you doing over there, you two? I saw you batting back and forth. You're playing nicely, though. I was gonna show them
That's
playing, but
great.
they stopped. They stopped. At least they were playing, no biting, no fighting. Sitting there nicely playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
There we
have to
go.
leave to go to work and I can't find my keys.
Oh,
That's
I was wondering what was
Oh
up.
no.
So that's why I'm quiet.
All right, everybody, focus on the keys.
Oh, hell no. I don't trust the cats in this house. No.
My cat said, "No, don't trust your cats."
Mm-mm. No fucking way.
Is it on the
They took
couch?
them off of my table and 6 feet and behind a cabinet. They took my keys once.
No way,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I was like, what? Yep. So that's why I'm like, damn cats. That's what he said. He
Couch.
goes, I wouldn't be surprised.
You wouldn't think living in a camper you would have to look so long for things, but I can testify. Like I've looked for things for hours.
Guys, I lived in a tent and looked for shit for hours.
No, okay, I feel better. Going back on mute.
Oh, we lost her. She must be using some big adult words that would hurt our ears.
Yes, and I don't blame her. My special
I
needs
know, that's
child
frustrating. You're like,
was.
I got somewhere to be, damn it. Where the hell are my
Yeah,
keys?
you guys don't want to hear the things coming out of my
Oh,
mouth right now.
I just said, I just gave credit to that. Check the couch.
You called that one, Linda.
Mhm.
My son has lost so many shoes that one of his elementary school teachers like gave us a giant garbage bag full of shoes because we could not keep up. And Vincey would miss school because he's lost his shoes again.
Aw. You don't have a shoe
Yeah,
ritual to know where to put a shoe for him so he can go right to him?
we've tried for 17 years, and
It just,
sometimes I
it just
think it
is
was a
what it is.
game.
It's the shoe mystery. I love it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh
It's
man.
the shoe
Good
fairies.
memories and
Damn
bad memories.
shoe fairies.
Mm. Well, one day we finally looked, and there was after looking for a couple hours in the house, there was like 8 lefts in the dryer.
They were there the whole time.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And who would think that a special needs 7-year-old would open the dryer and put 8 left shoes?
Can I run with that?
He was plotting on me.
Am I allowed to run with that?
He's plotting on me.
Is he?
Yeah, go ahead, run. Run far.
Okay. He probably put how many? Anyway, all those left shoes
8.
in the dryer. Just 8 left shoes in the dryer to spin to make them right.
And
That
you
was
don't
corny,
know,
but
you
I
think
had
I
to get it out.
That's funny.
Oh,
That is super funny.
uh, he
So
is.
how's your
Oh,
weather now?
sun is coming through. I don't know if you can see that right there. It's coming through.
Yeah.
The mud is drying up, so hopefully we're gonna get in the garden today. I want to figure out how to, use some chicken wire. So the chickens don't go in because they have free access to everything now. So the chickens don't go in and tear up. Well, and I don't want other birds coming in and helping themselves to my seeds. So I have to Fort Knox my seeds. So we're going to be working on that. I have a bunch of wood that didn't go out in bulk yesterday that I'll probably be using for framing. It will be Bob the Builder. I don't know. Builder. Yeah, I like Bob the Builder.
I'm going to try to show you this.
What you got?
I'm gonna try and show you this.
Let me see. Get closer to my router. Oh, I know it's you, but I thought if I got a little closer. Oh, I'm home alone. Everybody went to work. Ooh, there we go.
I lost you, Linda. Did you get to see that fencing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me try one more time real quick.
Oh, mercy. What are the puppies doing? I don't know. I lost my sound. There's everybody being quiet. I lost my sound. What's going on here? Huh. She found her keys. Hallelujah.
No, I did not find my keys.
Son of a bitch.
I know. But
Don't get me excited like that.
we got your volume now. So
Thank you, because I was talking and I wasn't hearing shit.
yeah.
That's weird.
It was. I was like, checking my volume. I couldn't hear Mary. She quit talking, and I was like, I already knew you were muted. And I went, what happened to our sound?
Holy moly, my 4G kept blinking on and off like this.
Yeah, we had a little glitch there.
So I was trying to show you a fencing, and it's square.
Yes.
And the squares are like 1/2 inch spaces.
Okay.
So what I did was I cut a piece, like probably 3 feet long. And on the edges, I bent them over so that it had sidewalls. That part was like 6 inches high. And I put it over my seedlings, or the seeds that I planted, and the birds could not get at the seedlings.
Oh, that's smart.
This way I wasn't building some ginormous thing over my garden to block the sun. I call it a seedling cage.
Yeah.
And their beaks could not go that far into the holes to be able to grab the little baby seedlings.
Around this time one year, I took some drop sheets. They were real cheap ones I got at the dollar store, and they're like you can almost see through, right? Real thin plastic. And I just wrapped them and made like little greenhouses, and they would sweat, and drip down in there. And then by February, about end of February, beginning of March, I could pull them off, and then I'd have all my sprouts. That would keep the birds out.
I don't know why I would have put it in there.
Where'd you put
You
it?
found them. Did you find them?
Last night.
I know. Did you hear that comment? I don't know why I would put them there.
Put it in my fucking wallet.
Ooh.
Your
No
wallet's
sense.
right here.
I know. I found it. It's right there. It was in here.
I was just concentrating, like let her eyes be guided to where the
I know.
keys are.
I was thinking maybe where she sat last, or it was near her personal purse. Yeah, and she said it was right here. Did you hear her?
Yeah, right next to her wallet, she said.
Why would I put it in there?
It's like, why would it be there? She's like, something's fucking with me.
You need to burn some sage. Burn
I
some
got
sage.
you, man. I got you, girl. Fucking universe is fucking with you.
Yeah. We burn sage when that starts happening to us.
No, my doggies are going off. Someone must be in the alley.
My dogs used to pop off thinking that someone was driving down our road, right where our land is, and it wasn't. It was someone like almost a mile away, but the sound was echoing.
Well, Bear, he might be 5 pounds soaking wet. Oh, somebody went after my chicken. We'll check on that. Soaking wet, he might be 5 pounds. He's a Chihuahua. Chihuahua Mickey. Let's see what he's getting all excited about. Why you guys? What's happening? What's going on? Listen. Ooh, damn, General So. What the hell was that? What a greeting. We're out here looking for Bear. There's Saxo. There's your Bear. And he's got that long stretched body with a Farrah Fawcett tail. Here, make your debut.
Hi, little doggy.
Shit.
Reminds me of Buster. Got that big fluffy tail.
He is born with an underbite, so they.
And
then these other people retrieved him and put him on Craigslist, and then I spotted him and went and paid $25 for his crooked teeth, little butt. He's my best. He's my sidekick. Look at him. He's all out there being a big dog, and my big dog's over here trying to eat chicken shit. Get over here.
oh yeah, that is not appetizing.
Yeah.
You can put all the salt and pepper on you want. It's still not appetizing.
That's right. Get it, Bear. What's up, buddy? Somebody out there? Oh, happy dog. Come on, let's go check the coop. What the bird? Oh, get down, girl. Get down. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it. Your mind? Run up to it. But you know what? I'm gonna take one of their eggs out of the other one and stick it over here. Did she go in there? She went in the other one, though.
So you have a broody hen?
She went in the other one, and I don't have any bedding in there yet. Because they're, I'm not forcing them to lay. They're just doing it because they want to.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. That's funny how quick she dove up in there.
Hmm.
Oh, man. So I have this little worm garden over here, and it looks like my son discovered it and let the girls just go to town on it. I gotta start over again.
Man.
Yeah, but it was a natural one. So here's the spot. And here's the big thing, I had flipped over it.
Right, right. And now the chickens are full, right?
Peoples, that's gold.
Nice.
Oh, here comes the girls. Ah! Get away. Ow, you witch. Here, eat some mud.
Oh my goodness.
Did you love that? That was priceless. She fucking snagged that shit out of my finger. Get
That
away
is
from me,
so funny.
you naughty little bitch. Oh no, here they all come. Yeah, she's a pecking away. That's good stuff there, huh, ladies? What's up, Blackie? What's up, sweetheart? Fluffy butt? My fluffy butts? Oh goodness. Yeah, I mean, we got a little clouds. That's all. A lot of clouds though. But I'll take it. It's better than, pissy ass rain.
There in Colorado, there's 300 plus sunny days a year. So sometimes I'm like, clouds, please come.
It's okay for a rainy day.
For real. The sun out here is intense and in your face.
Yeah, I fed them already this morning. They're all acting like I didn't feed them. I fed you. Go work your own meal. You have no problems pecking that shit up. She got mud all over her beak where she took that out of my hand.
That's funny. I go
It
in
is
my
funny.
garden and in the spring I pick moth larvae and feed the chickens in the spring a couple times, all the moth larvae from the garden.
We get these gnarly green caterpillar looking horn caterpillar. And I'll feed those to chickens. They love it. My grandkids love it. They're big, giant green caterpillars. But you catch them, they don't get that big, because they're eating your foliage. But chickens love them.
My chickens will not eat those. And the one that did, like she was like wobbly, like she ate something poisonous for like a day.
Oh, damn.
Because I was like, yes, greenhorn worm, I'm going to go feed you to the chickens. They were even yelling at the babies not to eat it.
Oh, they were letting them know. That's no good.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty weird because I've heard about other people's chickens eating them.
Well, I was taught that the rooster checks everything out and then he lets his girls check it out. So
That's how it happened. And then he's yelling at the girls, and then the girls started yelling at all the babies.
yeah, so we get good sized grasshoppers. My girls go nuts for them. But
We haven't had a lot of good ones in the last couple of years.
they keep the bugs down for the most part, like I said, unless something comes in the yard. And so most of their protein intake, other than them digging and pecking what comes through the yard, is mealworms.
Yeah, I give my mealworms too. Yeah.
But we're out right now, so I bought them. Oh, it's the feed with the seeds in it, but it's not for like wild birds. It's for your
Oh,
chickens
the
to
scratch
down.
grains.
Yeah, it's the chicken scratch for when you're. I call it. My girls aren't on the clock right now. Like I said, they want to lay me an egg. Fantastic. We still look. Like now, we're gonna go look.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I built
I
all this
switched
just all
mine.
redneck.
Yeah,
I'm
I
all
switched
fucking
mine over
redneck.
to scratch grains, and they love it.
Yeah, they're really digging these, and it states on there that it helps them want to go forage instead of
Yes.
sitting there like a pig going, "When are you gonna give me my slop?" I mean, they can get pig oriented. Don't get me wrong; these chickens are so
Hmm.
food oriented, it's ridiculous. But you keep giving them variety, which I do.
Yes.
And you move the food around. Like I had to get on to my daughter, which she didn't mind. I mean, it wasn't really a it around. She was like, I never even thought of that. I said, yeah, if we want to move them over to the warmer coop, we need to start putting that food over there so they'll go forage for it. And she was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, that's such a, so we've been doing that. Then yesterday I was pulling mustard seed weeds out of the front, tossing them over. They went to town on them. Let me get.
That's why I give my chickens so much extra, because we live on rocks, so they're not going to forage for much.
Find the camera. Yeah, they didn't leave much. They they stripped them and they really enjoyed it.
Wow.
So, but yeah, the only thing that I have left that they didn't get was my tomato. So I have to little fuckers. This is the only thing they didn't get is my tomato. It's the only thing, only piece of food I got growing right now. So I keep pulling them seeds out, going, "We're gonna do this." Haven't done it yet, though. Well, I really haven't decided on what I want to grow yet. I know what I can grow, but am I gonna be using it? Am I gonna be giving it away? I don't want to be putting all the time in. If
How about comfrey?
I could do that, but I thought for the girls, since they're out there free ranging, I could do like collard greens, things that I could throw around. I don't know.
Must be my signal going wonky.
Hey, we're back.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to actually get to grow something, even if it didn't go to full growth, even if it's just little sprouts for them out in the yard.
Yes, I was thinking about that too, like creating a couple little plots in the chicken area covered to allow
Yeah, but
something to grow.
yeah, you would just have to give yourself like a 3-week window that they don't have access to it, or they'll never get a chance.
Right.
Yep.
Anna.
She's back in the cell again. Sorry. I haven't had breakfast.
Well, that wasn't bad for not having breakfast yet.
I
But
smoke weed. I don't know. I drink coffee. That's all we've been intaking today. And awesome people.
there you go.
I'm eating all this awesome energy.
Yeah.
Hell, I had to put a shitload out.
Well, we were just outside in that wonderful cold snap out there, and I don't have a jacket on, so it could have been that.
Well, that quick up, yeah.
Oh, we had an egg. We put the egg up. Yeah, we don't want no egg in the britches. Yeah, I'm not doing that again.
Have you heard about glassing your eggs?
Yes, but
Doing what?
I don't know if I mean, isn't that, wait, glassing your eggs, is that where you put the lard on them?
No, that's where you put them in some type of salt. I don't remember off the top of my head.
This is to make them last longer, correct?
What's that?
This is to make them last longer. Hi, Goblin, my favorite peep. I love my Goblin.
Pickling?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, but I can't keep my mouth shut enough to let her talk. So I'm gonna mute.
Most think it is pickling, but it's not, because pickling requires vinegar.
Oh, you said say that again then. What were you doing?
So glassing is where you make like a salt solution, and you put the egg in the salt solution, and the salt solution acts like a suspension, like almost
like
you're
grinding?
stopping the clock on the egg.
Like briny?
Kind of like brining, but it just allows no oxygen to go through the eggshell.
Okay, so is the salt? Okay, so if we take an egg and you wash it, it washes nutrition off. It inserts in the egg. The egg is really no good anymore unless you quickly refrigerate it or you use it right then. Unless somebody wants to argue with me on that factor. So I don't
No.
understand
All I
how
know is it's high in protein.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you put
And
that
you
in
can use
salt
the
water,
eggshells to reproduce other fruits as well. It's good for the soil.
hmm
Let me use an example, Linda.
please do, because I'm getting stuck on this.
Okay, so in a different storage, say carrots or potatoes, you can store them in sand, which
Yes.
will keep
Really?
the moisture away from the carrot or potato. Think of the salt solution as sand. You're not washing the egg at all, and it's salt water. So it's like fresh water is better to wash with than salt water. It's just a suspension to put your eggs in.
I got
What
it
I
because
wash
you're
my hair with is salt water.
salt water.
Ah.
Yeah, I was just talking about some chemicals that I got that I'm not quite wanting to use. So salt water, huh? I gotta keep that one in mind.
It's called
We're talking
glassing
about my
eggs if you want to
favorite
research it.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna write down right now.
It's funny he mentions that because we were talking about my damn frizzy hair this morning.
Well,
Tripping,
you
right?
guys don't have
Really
locks. I'm not recommending it.
Oh, no.
I can recommend it. I'm just saying that's how it works for me.
Mhm.
I'm
Glassing,
wondering about how people wash threads.
well, eggs. Yeah, I saw a thing on how they did it back in the good old days, and they through the winter. You know, they let their chicken rest, and they don't push them through the winter, and they would roll them up in lard,
Did you?
and it would keep.
I have heard about that. That was one of the other options I was researching. And it goes by the same philosophy, which is putting something around the egg, which does not allow the oxygen in through the shell.
Enter or out, exit. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know. Like, if it's cold enough to keep the lard solid, then are you risking freezing it? That's why I'm leaning towards the glassing of the eggs, because that would be
The
inside
sheeple
your house.
cleared our eggs out of our stores.
That one.
Yes,
What was
I've seen
that?
that happen a few times, Goblin.
Did you put?
Who took my eggs? I don't buy eggs at the store. I go outside and get them.
No, I've
I
noticed
would
over
love
the
to.
last year
I'll send you
that
some, Goblin.
I've noticed over the last year, even though I've rarely bought eggs, that one day I would go in there and they would be full, and I would go in there the next day and there wouldn't even be one carton left over.
I noticed they're watery. I'd used up all my eggs and I was baking. It was Christmas. I
Good
needed
day,
some
brother
eggs.
Larry.
They were watery.
Good day, brother
Have
Larry.
you ever used Eggland's Best from, I think, Walmart?
Yeah, you know how it pops in your nose.
I was letting the guys greet, but no, I don't. I haven't.
I used them one time like 10 years ago. And coming from New York, you could find a fried egg sandwich at almost every gas station / griddle, because they would all have a griddle. So I
Nice.
knew about, eating eggs all my life. And I'm trying to fry this Eggland's Best egg. This white would not cook all the way through, no matter
So
how
now you know
long
what I
I
was
let
just
it
saying.
cook.
Yep.
Are we muted?
No.
Yeah, Larry, you back?
Sort of.
Yes and no. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
He knocked the fan down like 2 or 3 times while we were looking for things. A big old box fan, so he had to fix it.
Okay. We didn't notice.
Well, I was trying to tell my elders that these are not like the regular energy drinks,
The V8?
Yeah, they're not.
They're not?
They're not like the regular energy drinks. No, they're just like green tea, vegetables, and pretty much just green tea and
Healthy in a
vegetables.
can.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Can you
like
flash me that one more
the,
time so I can see it?
What goes into
It's a
their health.
pH.
like the monsters and stuff. Like they can give you heart attacks and stuff. These
Yeah.
won't. These are all they're just natural. I can't really show you guys to.
No, I understand. I got the gist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
VA is my secret ingredient in chili.
Oh,
So
there you go.
we're coming to your house for dinner.
Well, you know, when I make chili, that's going to come out of my brain, and I'm going to go, shit, I need to try that.
It ain't secret no more. You gave yourself up.
Damn
Yep.
straight. Too late
Hey,
I
now.
only give it up to my loved ones.
Aww.
Yep.
My
Have
secret
fun
ingredient
this
for
city
chili is
girl.
Jack.
Oh
Jack,
shit,
hey,
we're
Jack,
getting
Jack
messed
helps
up
a
on
lot
that
of things.
chili.
Yeah.
I've made my chili. Well, I told Linda before. I cannot eat society's beef. Like it just makes me so sick. So being in Colorado, I've been able to
It's
try
not
elk.
beef. It's not beef. They're feeding us.
Say that
Yeah,
again,
I've heard that
Goblin.
too.
It's not beef. They're feeding us.
Yeah, I mean, that would explain why if I ate beef more than once a week, I would literally vomit.
Oh, that's
Gotta
because
make
you
sure
got
it's
too many
beef.
proteins.
At least I know when it comes out my chicken's butt, they ain't altered it.
It's my elder.
I can say,
So frustrating. They need to quit doing this shit.
can you
Oh, good lord. Sorry about trying to reach for a bottle.
She's got to call her work because she's late.
Gotcha.
So how's your day going, Goblin?
Oh, I'm just cooling. I just woke up.
You actually
First
look
day
good
in like
today.
about a week that I didn't wake up at about 4. I thought I was
Oh,
driving very crazy this week.
you got to sleep in. Good. My elders are busy.
Oh, it's gonna be okay though. It's
It
a
will be.
bright, sunny day.
It is. No, Miss Kitty says no. No, it
That's
will.
what my elders
You
said
gotta
too.
have
No, it's
faith.
not.
That's what Miss Kitty just said. She said no. You've been warned. You've all
No,
been warned.
she, she just got the house Wi-Fi back, so
Right on.
maybe I can watch a movie today.
Ooh, ooh. It's a good day.
Yes. Release the Kraken.
I love that. I said that last night when dinner came.
Yeah.
Well, we made dinner. I don't mean came. Came as my daughter brought it to me.
Oh, the stork didn't drop it off?
No. She made some meatloaf. Like Subway, they do the meatballs and the sauce and the cheese. She went and bought all the stuff at the store and made it for us. It was
Yeah.
off the hook. But yeah,
Well,
I
you
saw
got the
that.
Swedish ones, the Swedish meatballs, and then you got like the ones with marinara, and then there's
Yeah, she
different
chose
ways.
marinara. I chose I just wanted a regular meat sauce marinara. I'm not a fan. But so yeah, she was like making them to each other's taste, and so yeah, she walked in with that bad boy. It was like 6 inches of yum, and I was like, "Open the Kraken!" And she just looked at me really funny, and I
Right?
said, "Give me that." Yeah, it was great. Matter of fact, chickens have leftovers. Like I give the chickens leftovers.
That's what I had yesterday. I had leftover fried chicken.
Well, that's what I kept telling them. We still have leftovers, and they're like, "Oh, but we got a hankering for it." I'm like, "Hey, as long as you're buying."
Right?
So yeah, so But it was really good. I don't normally eat, it's fun when the kids come home because then I get to eat different stuff than what I've been feeding them or what I've gotten accustomed to. I try things, but I rather stick to things that I know that I can make on my budget and isn't going to mess with my digestive system, that kind of crap.
Oh, so
Remember
y'all
we were
dealing with
talking.
that episode too?
Yep.
I think it has to do with technology. Just an opinion, though.
Yeah, because I was running this experiment. This is far left, y'all. So if you need to knock me off of here, go for it. But I'm going to throw this out here. So you hush. I am speaking. You hush. So I was rocking through the internet, watching a bunch of different, well, actually YouTube. I believe it was YouTube. Actually, it was Twitch as well. So rocking the internet. When everybody was kind of getting sick, getting well, getting sick, getting well, and couple of them, I noticed that after I'd watched their stream, and this is probably just me being a hypochondriac, but we're gonna throw it out there
No,
anyway.
it's not. They're blasting you with frequencies. That's what you were
I
gonna
got
say, huh?
sick. I got sick, and I got sick
Mm-hmm.
by the same symptoms that they were complaining about. Did it? I told
It's
you I was stupid.
because radiation toxicity symptoms, ascension symptoms, cancer symptoms, and being awake symptoms. They're all
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like I'm more acceptable to what people are saying. It's bizarre. So I have to dodge into, like, somebody was trying to talk about somebody this morning or the other day, bless her heart, Mary was, and I was like, I don't know nothing about that. All I know is bad energy was in that. I want nothing to do with it. I can't have that in my brain. So if you guys are gonna talk
There
about
you
that,
go.
I'm gonna step back. And but yeah, so now I have to be very protective of what I see and what I hear because it's going in and I can tell, now I'm like, I put on the coat of arm and I see what's going on. So if I hear somebody real sick, I just try to bounce out of there so I'm getting no residue
Well,
on me.
they got those what is it like the low frequency emitter clothing. They have like
Hear
beanies
that?
and stuff like that for that
Oh, yeah, the
and
beanie,
whatnot.
because Dick's got one. Dick's got yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, I haven't checked into any of that stuff. It'd be cool if I
Well, I
could
mean
turn something into
that's
a beanie and do
I
it
don't know
with
how
myself.
long did you guys quote unquote start to wake during the pandemic
Oh
or
no, I was already
uh
woke
prior?
myself.
And
I was.
I've been woke
Well,
most of
because
my life.
prior to that, I mean, we heard well. Oh, how would we
How
word
you gonna
this?
word that?
Prior to the last calendar's episode, there was a thought process regarding well, Satan is the prince of the air, and then I think
Okay.
about Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There you go. Is that
Gotcha.
better or no?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was discovering that, and it's just the darndest little things. They'd have a little sniffle. I'd leave. I'd get a little sniffle. Now I stay to myself. This is how I know. This is how I came to this experiment. I'm not. I'm not out in the world every day. I'm not. I'm not interchanging with people to be picking up sniffles and.
Exactly. Be in this world, not of this world. 100.
So I'm like, I didn't catch this standing in my backyard. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it could be all just in my damn head, but
Hey, I just want to say to both points, Goblin and Linda, um, people aren't just energy interrupters. They're also frequency interrupters. So, like, do you ever be around that person that for some reason it just doesn't seem that the conversation ever finishes a train of thought and just bouncy, 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 bouncy. I call them like kind of frequency interrupters.
Yeah, I noticed it more when I knew I had a motherboard. I call them the motherboard. And it's that big giant tower over there on the high school that they allowed them to put over there. That is probably less than 500 yards from me. And
Ooh,
then
that
they
is
decided, huh?
that's cancer.
Yeah. So I was catching on some stuff, but then I started, being more aware of that. But then I'm in the middle. Where's my camera? So the power is here. I'm in the middle, and then they come along and they put one of those lamps that have the video and the surveillance and the 5G, all that on this side of me, and I'm stuck in the middle. Well, that's when I noticed all this stuff I started catching, and I was trying to tell a friend who lives right by this device, and they didn't want to hear me. And we were friends for 4 years.
Well,
She
you're
thought I
you're
lost
you're
my
gonna be
cookies.
quote unquote crazy if you think outside of the per
She
se
told me
box.
I told her, you got your babies outside less than 50 feet from this device, and they're growing, and this is not good for them. You need to complain about that. And
And
she's
all
like,
her
well,
brain thinks is,
Be
my
right back,
babies
y'all.
are just playing out in the
yeah.
backyard. They're just fine. Why
And
don't you
she
just
knew I was
stop
making
all that
something that
crazy talk?
wasn't there. I told her, listen, I'm doing your landscaping. I've only been here 2 weeks doing your landscaping. I got migraines I've never had before. I've got anxiety that doesn't even need to be here. I said, yeah, I am paranoid about that damn thing, but I'm not creating all this because I know that's there. I'm in my work. I've got my headset on. I've removed myself from my fear and I'm getting my job done. But by the end of the day, I've got all these symptoms that weren't there prior.
Yes.
Couldn't sleep. My digestive system was off. I did the ringing shit, but now I know how to, if it's on my left side, I don't know. I know how to make it stop. I say the Lord's Prayer. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it works for me. If it's in the right ear, I try to pay attention, looking around. Um, I don't know. And these are things I'm just reading off my own body. I don't have nobody telling me this shit. This is just me observing. And then I went to go share it with my friend, and I'm like, get away from me. I'm like, all right, fine. Whatever. Ghost me.
Yeah, they make you feel like your observation is not a pure observation, like it's some fantastical story in your head or something.
Yeah, and I was like, I try to share stuff that I see, and I told her, I said, isn't it funny how the birds ain't landing on that? They're landing on all the other poles, they're not landing on that pole. I mean, just common friggin' sense observation, and I was, padded room. It's all good. It's fine. I'll go sing to myself. It doesn't mean I stop observing, though. But it does suck.
Observe everything. Just not absorb everything.
Yeah, I observe. Try not to absorb. That's why I go, I didn't catch that. Can you repeat that? Because I got to have my barrier up.
Larry, I've really been thinking a lot about this paperwork.
We need you, Larry. I think he said 1 minute.
I think it's safe and what? Oh, effective. There you go.
Safe and effective.
Yeah.
That's pretty
The
solid.
thing is, once you denounce your ship, this is where a lot of people go south. Is once you denounce your ship, you cannot get it back. That's key.
Yeah, so that's at a woman's perspective. I know I never jump on the panel when y'all talking about that stuff, but as a woman's perspective, I was always curious, okay, in my eye, it's like you're a monkey. You're going from one branch to another branch. And what if that other
Exactly.
branch, like you're saying, you can't go back. So where are you going when that other branch ain't there? You're just free falling? You're just a nomad?
Well, once that other branch ain't there, the key is to become a secure party creditor,
Oh no, I get
and then you have direct access to your trust.
no, I get the original, the final mission. I'm saying, what if you're unable to make all those connections and get to the happy land? Where you can't go backwards like you said. So do you
Well,
get
it's
you
it's
keep
a promised
trying?
land. Your creator gave you all this.
No, I get that, sweetheart. I was talking about that paperwork.
I hear you.
I get the gist of that because I go out back. That's my world. I don't care what anybody says. You know, I make my connection back there. I
Yep.
get that part. No, I was talking about this paperwork of releasing ourselves from our slavery and having your. How did they explain it? Because I paid attention when Mitch was playing his videos. So we have our birth certificate, and then you have your death certificate. So if you
Well, you used your birth certificate to redeem.
okay,
That's how you
so then,
redeem, and then
okay, so
you
I
denounce
got it backwards, but
or
yes,
relinquish your ship, right?
okay,
And then
yeah,
after that, then because you use your birth certificate because it's on bond paper, and you release the Kraken. You know, you release your
Larry's
bond.
saying, hold on. Larry's saying, hold on.
I'm leaving for work. I'll be back on in an hour or
Oh,
so.
all right, sweetie. Yeah, I'm still learning on that,
If
but
you're
yeah, I was
sitting,
curious.
Guys, I've been on mainly in chat and a lot of live streams talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. And what popped into my head was um people debating about things that, like you were saying, Linda, where do you go with it? So I don't want to have a discussion about it, but just as an example, flat earth, aliens, some of these topics are so grand that I think if you allow yourself to go down a deep rabbit hole, you're actually taking away from your own personal life, because the focus then isn't on what you intended for your life. Your focus then is on being in a deep rabbit hole. And I'm just going to mute to hear what you guys have to say.
Okay. Do you want to go first, Goblin, or you want me to?
go ahead, sister.
My reasoning for it. Oh, damn cat! Shut up! You're breaking my sensory here. My reason for coming for that conversation 5 years ago, I discovered the red dot, the red numbers behind your social security. So I knew them.
Exactly.
I knew of it, and I have been living my life. I've been doing what I can that makes me feel fulfilled. Because if if I was just if I felt that it was actually pulling me down further in the rabbit hole, I actually feel like I'm climbing back out of the rabbit hole because I'm able to put the pieces together. I'm still putting pieces together, but that deep, that it's constant learning. It's constant learning for me anyway. So this is like I did a circle around. I learned about my social security. I heard, I should say. So I heard about these things. I paid attention to them. I'm on social security. I don't know how to make this stuff work for me in the past.
Oh, you are. That's
In the
beautiful.
past, this
It's
is
so
where
much
I'm stuck.
easier for you.
This is where I'm stuck because now I've come upon you, beautiful people, and you're talking this, and I'm going, shit, I'm so far in the box. I'm on social security. I got my food stamps going, and I'm trying to make it work for me. And y'all talking about stepping out of that comfort zone. I'm like, okay, grandbaby's moved out. For the most part, everyone's adults here. If I was to grab my shit and just say, let's do this, I mean, that's how I came into this world. My parents were nomads. They're gypsies. They didn't have it. They didn't own anything except what was on their backs.
Well, we step in
Really
naked and
hard.
alone. Same way we leave.
Yeah, so I'm overwhelmed by all these possessions. I get more freedom when I'm in the backyard with them damn critters. And there's no walls around me, and there's no all the color. I don't know. It's overstimuli, but it's all I know. It's all I have. I was like, I should take that back. It isn't all I know, and it isn't all I have. I did this so my family would have a place to be raised. And from what I see, they done did that. I mean, for the most part. So basically what I'm saying is it intrigues me, and if what I heard what you just say, Goblin, that my position actually is easier. Ah, left ring in the ear.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I got to tell you a very funny story, especially with what just happened and her and the keys and looking for it. Okay, her parents last December bought her this car that she has now for Christmas. Oh, I'd say within maybe a month after she got it, she was at work. She went to leave. She couldn't find her keys. She looked everywhere. And she had two sets, so she thought, well, I know they're here. I'll just leave them and, they can find them or I can find them some other time. So 7 months later, the keys that were missing showed up at my house, 50 miles away. They were 50 miles away and her keys showed up at my house.
Wow.
We have fairies.
So when I made that comment, okay, I did a screenshot. Hopefully I got that book. Sorry, I didn't mean to
There's
interrupt.
2 books.
No,
There's
you're
2
fine.
of them.
I had to say. I thought it was kind of funny though how keys can travel 50 miles by
Yeah,
themselves.
that kind of stuff trips me out, and I believe in it. I believe it's possible.
Like I said, she thinks we have fairies.
And I also think we have the ability of being those fairies in our own energy doing shit to us. As it happens to me, I know damn well there's nobody in this friggin' house.
Well, you
And
know
some
what?
shit happens, and I laugh it off.
The
So
funniest
now my
thing,
mother's here. My mother's ashes are with me all the time. I haven't done anything with them yet.
the
So I
funny,
tease, I make jokes, about it was my mom,
yeah,
And sometimes I wonder if it's just my own energy doing it. But go ahead.
funny,
I'm sorry, Larry.
it's fine. The funniest thing is when something will come up missing, she'll go, damn fairies. So then after she says that, she'll find something sparkly, and she'll say, fairies, this is for you. Just please give me back this. And within sometimes hours, minutes, days, but it will return.
I mean, I believe there are more dimensions than just this one we're in. So I think anything's possible.
Well, that goes back to string theory. It's like a loaf of bread. Each slice has a layer in the loaf, but it's still a loaf.
Right.
Yo, Goblin, that made more sense to me than a bunch of smart people using big words, saying things like string theory, because we're not all geared towards understanding that.
And that's why I keep coming back, because we learn here.
And
You guys
Goblin,
went robot on me, so I'm gonna jump back in the trunk. If you
Okay.
guys are still in the car, I'll be in the
All
right.
comments. Much love.
Much love.
you see, that's one thing I love about Goblin is he talks in riddles, but doesn't talk in riddles, and he's got a good outlook, and it makes your brain, think a little bit.
It's just another way of wiring. I mean, it really makes those dots, that connection for me anyway.
Yeah, well, and I think too. Then because he's making us think, we're absorbing, we're absorbing the information even more because we're already on that plane.
Right. We all have that equal energy frequency exchange to be able to absorb the information.
Right. Well, in any situation, you got to be open to it to accept it. If you're not open to what you're hearing, seeing, or even feeling, you're whatever that feeling or whatever information you're getting, good or bad, you're not gonna acknowledge it.
It's like
Absolutely.
getting a saboteur inside of a conversation. It may seem to go well at first, but without having discernment, you don't know that they're twisting everything.
Yep. Oh, this place looks so naked with all the Christmas stuff down. That's okay. That just means I got more room to clean. Trying to put some more stuff together for a couple of organizations that help young teen mothers, and they don't make them buy it; they give it to them. We're trying to
Great
put some.
program.
Yeah, we're trying to put some. I believe it's oh bloody hell! My daughter knows the name. We were just talking about it, and because I was telling her, I said, it's all good that we do our little Goodwill donations. I said, but I really prefer not somebody making a profit off of my donation.
Yeah.
So, especially if you've done any research on Goodwill and
Yes.
all that. So, that's enough of that. So, yeah, I would prefer to find an organization or a charity, a non-funding charity. And we have a teen challenge here. And then we have we have several, and they'll show up with a big old truck, and they're not picky at all, and they'll take whatever you're willing to give.
Right.
I got rid of all my furniture. I don't have any normal living room furniture because we didn't need it anymore. We needed to use the area for something else. So I kept saying, yard sell it, this, that, the other. I'm like, no, I'm donating it. No, it's going to a good cause.
Yeah, it's if I think back on the amount of people that told me to sell or sue or get money one way or the other, like I can't think on it too often. That would make my stomach sick,
Right. It's just, it's the mentality of you got those that just buy and throw away, and then you got those that buy and then want to turn around and make another buck on it.
Right.
I came from wearing hand-me-downs and getting hand-me-downs, so I'm not so quick to, what's the word, throw it away or, I mean, if it works for you, I guess, if you're buying a lot of clothes,
Right.
clothes around, then yeah. But to donate, like, stuff that still has life in it and then expect to have money out of it when it can help somebody, in my opinion.
To me, the help is more.
Yeah, I'm cleaning the microwave, sorry. I looked in, I went, ooh, I don't like that. Let's clean it.
Right. The help that you're trying to give is worth more than the items that people like Goodwill actually sell.
Yes, ma'am. You read right through that. I was trying not to toot my own horn, but say, like, I'm trying to give some good shit that people would try to sell.
Yes.
So, you just figured that. Yeah, you just helped me with that. I was using too many words. I was putting too much fluff on that.
When I came to Colorado, I wanted to do some volunteering and helping because this was my permanent home facility or town,
Mm-hmm.
And we got involved in a program where you could, the advertisement says, get $100 worth of groceries in a box for $20. And I thought, I wanna get down with that. You know what I'm saying? I want to help people.
As the kids say, I'd fuck that. I'd be fucking with that. Wow, when they say that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, after going only 2 or 3 times, I realized they were hosing the community. They've done some bad stuff. And
Hey,
well,
hey,
there we
hey,
go. One bad apple. We gotta ruin it for everybody.
yeah. Hey, you guys.
Yeah, Larry.
yeah,
I really need to get some stuff done. Moose is on right now. If you guys,
Alrighty. You want to close house? That's all good.
yeah, I'm just letting you know Moose is on too, and his channel's pretty much like mine. So if you guys want to head over there, I might pop in over
You
there.
know it. You
All
know
right.
it. All
We're gonna
right. Love y'all.
Have
Love
a
you.
wonderful day.
We're gonna
You
try to
too.
do. We're gonna try to do this more. You know, send our groups to the other groups so we can make a bigger group type
Yeah,
thing.
we need to be our own advertising. Yes, absolutely. I agree.
I'll see you later. Love you guys.
Bye.